Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some classic Duke Nukem 64. So, I was kind of freebasing some Duke Nukem the other day, and I came upon the realization that Duke Nukem 64 is by far the best way to play the original 3 episodes of Duke Nukem 3D. It takes out some of the naughty language. It takes out a little bit of detail here and there, but adds in some more detail, adds in some more levels, adds in better weapons. Duke Nukem 3D always had a weakness when it came to weapons. Gives us a story that actually, connects to the previous Duke Nukem games. But while freebasing Duke Nukem, I found the best soundtrack. So Duke Nukem was ported to just about everything. You had Duke Nukem on the Game.com, of all things. But the PlayStation, of course, had a Duke Nukem port, and it was just a straight port of Duke Nukem 3D, and it was god-awful and terrible. But the aspect of it that wasn't god-awful and terrible was the soundtrack. I mean, the PlayStation had discs, so it had Red Book audio, and so it was the best mix pretty much of all time. And so, of course, somebody created a mod for the Duke Nukem 64 mod for Duke Nukem 3D to play the PlayStation soundtrack. Now, the original Duke Nukem 64 N64 cartridge didn't have any music past this track because it's kind of hard to put music on a cartridge, unfortunately. So we're going to play through all 3 episodes, maybe not all today, but we're going to try to get as far as we can into the game. If I don't finish it this week, we'll definitely be finishing it next week. So let's start up with LA Meltdown. I don't think Megadeth created the soundtrack for the PlayStation version, but I do think he's the one. They're the ones who came up with the tracks for, came up with Grab Bag. I think, but I could be wrong about that. I mean, pretty much when people think Duke Nukem, they only think of the title track Grab Bag, mainly because the original Duke 3D music just isn't any good. And it's really quite obvious when you compare the PlayStation to the original MIDI tracks. Like, it's obvious that the original just isn't any good. So, anyway, Triple X isn't going to make it today because he's busy doing his adulting. Now, one other thing that's really neat is we actually see Duke Nukem ship there crash into a building instead of in the original PC release. It just crashes into, I think, a 2D skybox. And of course, we've got 3D explosions. We've got new weapon sprites. Like, it is amazing what they did with the N64 version. I think the worst version of Duke 3D is probably on the Sega Saturn. But just listen to that music. It's just beautiful. And yeah, the Duke Nukem 64 HUD is pretty nice. Now, one thing that's not often talked about is Duke 64 also has multiple ammo types. So you can actually get special ammo for the pistol here. There's that little bastard. I thought he was flying up here. But yeah, you get multiple ammo types, you get explosive shotgun shells. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that that was the case. And so I just shot a random enemy with a shotgun, and it blew me up, and I was kind of pissed off by that. Now, another major difference between this version and the original PC is you can save the babes. However, I don't know how they got away with this on a Nintendo 64 game. Also, Spaz 12 Master Race. But you actually can find some dead women bodies. I don't know what the whole, like, woman angle for this game was. Like, it was weird even for the time. I don't really know why they came up with that. I can only assume one of the developers must have had, like, a bad girlfriend or something. You know, she cheated on him with Chad or something along those lines. Also, you've got the anarchy symbol. Some stupid suburbanite actually decided to spray paint that on one of the fences around here. It's like, oh my god. Could you people get even more bloody cringy? The answer is yes. Yes. Like, oh no, you should have grenade launcher that close. Yeah, you can see the babes that are trapped actually have a shirt on. Now the whole thing about that though, it feels like that was like a reference to Alien that just kind of got out of hand. Because in the PC version, like if you click on them, they'll say like "kill me," which is very much a Aliens reference. Although it's not Ripley that says that; it's actually Dallas that says that in a deleted scene. And I don't know if people knew about that back in 1996 when this game came out, because that scene showed up for the director's cut, and that was long afterwards, or so I thought. Let's see. The gold 1911 is not a bad idea. I could see Duke Nukem carrying that. I'm actually going to try to play the whole level instead of just sequence breaking. The worst port was... Oh yeah, the Brazilian Sega Genesis port. I forgot that. I've actually played that, and yes, it is very, very bad. Like, it is... Not only does it look bad, it's just... Why? Why does this exist? Someone is working on Duke Nukem 3D with ray tracing. I guess I could stream that, even though it's still just gonna be Duke Nukem, but looks slightly better.
Don't have time to play with myself.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing today. We're playing with ourselves. Never mind. Grab it, you bastard. Yeah, Duke Nukem 2. That was the big disappointment because I thought Duke 2 was a sequel to this game, which it wasn't. I mean, how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know? And hello, Riley. Ah, yes, the Benelli M4. The Benelli M4. I mean, I do like that you can blow that open like that. That's pretty neat. I mean, that's showed that Duke 64 or Duke Nukem in general was a little more advanced than the id Software games of the day. Vanilla Duke was supposed to have that? Come on! Really? Beautiful. I mean, we just punched the lizard man in the face. Alien simultaneously redesign and birth a bunch of prego fetishes? Yes. And hello, Triple X. Hang in there. Yeah, I remember watching the documentary for Alien back in the heady days of DVD. Now, this is very different. In fact, it's a lot better. Not only did they change the strip club, but now you get Duke Burger, which is, of course, from the 4th episode. I'm not a big fan of the birth. Not only does it start with, well, prego fetish, but the levels are overly difficult for what they are. I never really got into it, to that particular episode. Give me all that sweet, sweet, sweet health. That still has the great Duke Nukem humor of Sicko. Let's see, I think it is... I'll have to look up a walkthrough for that last code when you fire off the nuke. Because yes, you fire off a nuke in one of the later episodes. They kind of integrate some of the birth... Ooh, oh, you bastards. They do integrate a little bit of the birth into the general levels here, but I don't know, I just never really liked the birth that much. I mean, the Duke Burger level isn't bad. Area 51 does appear in this game, and that's not a bad one. That has that Independence Day reference. Pistol, alt, ammo behind the poster in the gun shop. Those pig cops are way tougher than you'd actually think. So it is.
Huh?
Oh my god, it's Darth Chico. I'm gonna blame you for getting me killed.
Oh shit.
Why? Because I can. We got Darth Chico in the house tonight. I keep dying because these pig cops keep eradicating me.
Yep.
Yeah, I went ahead and recorded all of Duke Nukem 64 here over the past week because I'm gonna do a full retrospective of this for the... God damn it! Yeah, you said it,
I
Duke.
know that there was a show like that.
Yeah, it's the 30th anniversary of Duke Nukem 3D this year. It's like 30 bloody years.
Alright. That's very impressive.
It's one of those things. Eventually Halo 1 will be 30 years old, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, it's one of them things. Alright, so we got the Dum Dums. I don't know, I don't really like that name. The reason they're called Dum Dums is because I never got why they were called that. That's like, oh, they don't have a head. Oh my. because they're hollow points.
Okay.
I'm too much of a gun nerd for my own good. Okay, so we've got a sexy female, but she's actually got most clothes on, but she's still like, yeah, in a Nintendo game, people. And then we got bare ass in a Nintendo game. I mean, that was the 90s. You wouldn't see that on a Nintendo console today, that's for sure. You wouldn't see that in a game in general.
Not unless you were on Steam.
Well, yeah, but I mean like in an actual AAA game.
Oh, no, not really.
Night Dive will remaster Unreal. I gotta play that again at some point. Because I've only played a little bit of Unreal over the years. I didn't play it back in the 90s. I'm not even sure I knew it existed. And yes, you can drink the toilet water and regain health.
Oh my.
See, Duke Nukem, you know, let's just put it this way. You don't want to check his browser history. You don't want to know. You just don't. A lot of furries. A lot of furries. But I don't know if y'all can hear the music. But like this, it's one of these really funky rockin' tracks here. Like, so much better than the original. So much better. I mean, that's the one thing the PlayStation got right. I mean, music really does make a lot of, will really make or break a game. I don't think that the Doom 2016 could have gotten as popular as it did without that Mick Gordon soundtrack.
Probably not.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Bring me my HUD back. I'm just trying to bring out the jetpack. I've recently been watching, I watched all of season 1 of Iron Man Armored Adventures from the early 2000s. Came out just after the first movie. And, oh my god, that's a good show. Like, if you've never watched it, you gotta acquire it legally, but it's so worth it. It's the one time Tony Stark isn't an annoying prick. I mean, I get that that's his character, and I get that, you know, Robert Downey does a great job of that, but it's like when Tony Stark is actually likable. Come on, blow it up. Boom. God damn, this music is good. Let's see, Shadow Warrior versus Duke Nukem. I think I like Duke Nukem a little more because the Shadow Warrior levels get really complicated. I gotta stream that game at some point. The point where they get a little annoying. Chico, did you watch Iron Man when it came out?
The live action one?
Yeah, the very first live action one, almost 20 years ago now.
I didn't watch it when it came out in theaters, but I did watch it when my dad brought it home on DVD.
Not bad. You kind of had to see it in theaters, though. Like, it was like nothing that had ever been seen before at that time. Like, it set the standard for like all superhero movies to come.
I know I watched the second one in theaters, though.
Yeah, that's where... The second one, you know, people kind of hated the second one. Little did they know how much worse Marvel would get.
Honestly, I preferred the second. Well, I didn't prefer the second one, but I quite enjoyed the second one for the time.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, the second one had War Machine in it. It had the Hammeroids and such. And, of course, it had the dude in it, whose name I can't remember. Mickey Rourke. Who was a really good villain. But that's one of those crazy things of, like, there was a time when those were the only two Marvel movies, like, legit Marvel, like, MCU movies. And nobody really knew that was going to be a franchise, like, at all. I did not see that third Iron Man movie. That movie is legitimately bad.
I didn't care much for it.
Yeah, because the guy who did it, he actually played one of the troops in Predator. He's done other movies, none of which are that great. And yeah, Shadow Warrior and Duke should have had some sort of crossover, because you'd think they would. They packaged Duke Nukem and Shadow Warrior together called East Meets West to kind of like make you believe it was some kind of thing, but it was literally just the regular games. And that's all it was. Yeah, I gotta replay Shadow Warrior. It's been a while since I played it, so I might actually do a little bit better in it than I think I will. Let's see. Pepper Potts being a hyper anime girl. Well, that's my type, so I'm quite fond of the character. I like hyper anime girls.
Is that how they made her?
Yeah, they do. I'm sure there's like a YouTube.
Pepper, okay.
Yeah, Pepper Potts is the love interest for Tony Stark. In the animated adventure show, or Armored Adventures, I should say. They're all teenagers. They're supposed to be 16 and then later 17 in the second season. And so Pepper Potts is a hyperactive anime chick, and so like, yeah, that's my type. That's the only kind of chick I would ever date or get together with. So yeah, they don't really act like teenagers. They act a lot more adult than most modern characters do anyway. So.
I was thinking of Peppermint Patty for some reason.
No, Pepper Potts is a very different character. It's a really silly name. I mean, comics at one time were a bit goofy when it came to names.
Yeah.
Let's see, they did take place in the same universe. Makes sense. Blood is good. They even had a trailer made by. Yeah, I gotta stream Blood again. Because I played through the first couple episodes of Blood. I don't think Blood or Shadow Warrior... Well, I gotta play Shadow Warrior again to really know. But, like, having played Blood and Duke Nukem, like, mostly at the same time, I don't like Blood as much as Duke. Because Blood doesn't have quite the same level of personality. It's always been so weird to me that, like, you immediately lose all your weapons literally within the second level. I don't know what the thought process behind that.
Who knows? Evidently it wasn't a very good one, though.
Wow, I got blasted almost immediately. Oh, it's because I've got 21% health. Oh, crap. Come on, Duke. Kick with both legs while walking.
My side is currently kicking my ass.
Who is?
My side, like my kidneys are like kicking my ass right now.
Oh. No, like I said, you just need to drop soda, because that's just going to make you feel bad.
Yeah, I've done pretty good about that. I drink a lot of water, but I put in some of those flavoring packets, but that's about it.
Damn. Not fun, not fun. All Shane Black did was punch up the dialogue and add a bunch of vulgar jokes. Oh, that's all he did? Oh, that must have been somebody else who made that movie so bad. Yeah, I remember the vent. Duke Nukem's a Russian. He's a communist. That sounds legit. So since this is a Nintendo game, they can't show the chapel. But they replace it with something that is arguably better. Give me all the health. Also, this soundtrack is so much better. Once again, I don't know how well y'all can hear that over everybody talking and the gunshots, but oh, it's good. It is just so good. This is what it should have been from the beginning. Fava beans and Chianti. And see, there's the Chianti. Or is it Chianti? I don't know. You ever see Silence of the Lambs?
Probably once.
I have never seen it in my entire life. It's just that's not really my kind of. That's not really my kind of movie.
Well, I unintentionally saw a third of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It made me want to throw up.
I've never seen that. Once again, those aren't really my kind of movies, so.
No.
Steven Seagal is working for the Russians. Yeah, I heard about that.
Just some of the I mean, I've played and watched Mortal Kombat. You'd think I'd be fine watching that. I was like, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, but like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is, you know, it's a little more. It's a 1970s movie, so of course it's going to be way more hardcore than like Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, there's a Mortal. So in this year, and the year of our Lord 2026, there is going to be not only a Mortal Kombat movie, but also a Street Fighter movie, and both look pretty bad. But I'm at least going to see one of those in theaters.
I'll see the Mortal Kombat one, if anything.
That one looks a lot better. But after the that first one, that HBO Max one, I'm not really. I find it kind of dubious. Really, if you want to watch a Street Fighter movie that's good, just watch Street Fighter the animated movie. Not only do you get like lore accurate everything, you also get naked Chun-Li titties. Which, trust me, back in the early 2000s, that was a thing of beauty.
I wasn't aware that was a thing, but I'm gonna have to look into that now.
Yes, you. About the original Predator, Black was in it as Hawkins and worked on the dialogue. Okay. Sounds to the Lambs around 30 times. You would think there would be a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, but there's probably all sorts of licensing issues for that. All I can say is I'm putting all my money on Ryu, because the old Hadouken. If I could have one magical power that was offensive, I'd want to do the Hadouken. You must learn Shenlong to survive. Oh yeah, it would be bad if it was made today, that's for sure. Let's see, Mummy 1999. Yep, that is also a peak movie. One of my favorites. I acquired legally a 2K copy of it, and it looks beautiful in 2K. It's too bad that we don't really get too many action roles for Brendan Fraser, because he was one of my favorite actors of that era. No, don't shoot his corpse. Shoot the bloody explosives. Any good build engine total conversion mods? I haven't really done too much with build engine in a while, so I couldn't really give out too many recommendations. I know there's an Aliens one that wasn't too bad, but I can't remember the name of it. I haven't really doing too much modding lately just because of all the great PS3 and Xbox 360 games. Now, Chico, did you know there was actually a movie tie-in game for Iron Man?
Yeah, my dad actually had it. I never played it, but I know of some people who did make videos about it.
I'm gonna probably have to do a video on it myself, because a lot of people like to hate on it. It's not good, so you're not missing too much. But it's impressive what they tried to do. They basically tried to do too much, because like in order to hover, you have to constantly hold down a button. And of course the controls are a little sloppy, but like what they give you is like a giant open area where you can like fly around and shoot people, and it's really quite impressive for what it is. It's just not tight enough, you know. Giggity.
Never had that problem.
But it looks pretty good, especially for 2008. The voice acting is terrible though. Well, actually, no, I take that back. All the voice acting except for Tony Stark is terrible. Black directed the four. Wait, say again?
Didn't they get Robert for that?
If they didn't, the sound alike is really close, but everybody else sounds like shit. And the plot's a little annoying because like Tony Stark is like, I gotta stop making weapons, man, because it's evil. I'm like, well, somebody else is gonna make weapons, and the Iron Man suit is a weapon. The Armored Adventures TV show kind of goes that route. It's really funny too, and probably not the way they intended, because they bring in Rhodey in the second season. No, at the end of the first season, and he's all like, weapons are bad. And yet War Machine is literally, well, for one, War Machine is literally called War Machine, so there's that. But he's got more weapons than Iron Man does, and it's like, wait a minute. I thought you were all like, weapons are bad, and yet you're literally a walking weapon. What? A little smug, self-righteous much? And so I also finished Gears of War 3. I gotta tell you, Gears of War 3 is pretty good. Probably the best in the Gears of War franchise. But may God help you if you didn't read every book and every comic, because it expects you to know that.
Oof.
So like a new character will show up named like Jay or Jace or something. I knew who he was because he showed up in the comic as a viewpoint character, but the game just has him show up and you're just supposed to know him. The New Zealand woman shows up, and like the game doesn't give you any explanation of who that person is. She's just there. Whereas in the book, in the various books, like she's a major viewpoint character. And if you had, it sounds like an episode of Green Arrow saying guns do not belong in the streets, yet kills people with a bow. Yep. But I look at that show, the Armored Adventure show, and I'm like, look what they've taken from us. Because it's so good. Because it has really good characters. It's got a really good story. It's got a complex story at that. Where like one of their, it's set in high school. One of Tony Stark's like high school friends is secretly a villain. You know this like literally from episode 1 onward, but he doesn't. And they don't really do the annoying thing with the secret identity. Like nobody is supposed to know who he is, but a lot of people end up finding out, especially Pepper and Rhodey, and they work together. It's really good. Rock on. Going through the poster like Shawshank Redemption. And for me, I think Gears of War 3 has gotta be just my favorite. Gears of War 1 is good. Gears of War 2 is also good, but I think they finally got it right by Gears of War 3. Although I will say that the General Ram Ranch fight is probably the best of the entire series.
Fascinating.
And yes, the character's name is literally General Ram.
Been a random access memory.
So, yeah. And hello, Spartan. The Super Mario 64 sound font. Ugh. This is a particularly good track here. It's like, The PlayStation didn't get it right much, but when it did.
The, speaking of PlayStation, the Gauntlet Legends for that version was pretty crap.
Exactly.
But, I mean, I still played through it all the way because, why not?
No.
The boss fights are about 10 times easier.
I'm just saying, N64 superior to all. And I know that like the N64 was outsold by millions, but oh bastard!
I mean, the Dreamcast had a version that from. There's a streamer that I've watched who's played through every Gauntlet, but like the Dark Legacy and Legends ones that have far more. Saying, yeah, if I have to choose one, I'd pick the Dreamcast version of it.
I think that's also true of the Episode 1 Racer. It got a version that had the best graphics and everything.
Yeah, I think Star Wars Demolition was also better on that one.
Yeah, I think the reason why the Dreamcast really ended up dying more than anything else is it came out at the right time to succeed, but it had the wrong kind of tech because it was already obsolete when it came out. So it was better than the N64 and PlayStation, but by the time the PS2 and Xbox came out, there was just no way it could compete.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm actually going to do a full retrospective of Gears of War 1 when it hits 20. I already recorded it and everything.
Damn 20.
Yep, 2006 was 20 years ago.
Ugh, don't remind me. 28 this year, personally.
Hey, you're still young though. You haven't hit 30 yet. Yeah, when you hit 30, your back goes out, your gut goes out. Candy doesn't taste as sweet anymore. And then you want to marry your cousin in Shelbyville. And yes, that's a Simpsons reference. And yes, that's a Simpsons reference.
I know my wife, I think she's 31 this year, so she always, when she turned 30, she said, "Snack, crackle, pop, I'm 30.
Oh my.
Ow.
Let's see.
Speaking of backs.
Results, grit, and atmosphere. Man, well, like, if you read the books and go back to Gears of War 1, it's like, oh, all this stuff makes sense now. Now, of course, nobody really knew at the time that, like, Dom was going to have a family and that he was going to try to find his wife, and that would become a big thing, because, you know, they just made a cool character to go with, to sort of be a foil to Marcus Phoenix. Or, like, why Marcus Phoenix and, Colonel Hoffman didn't like each other. And then all that gets massive expansion. God damn, this music's good. And yeah, the PS2 did kill everything with that DVD player. DVD was such a major game changer when it came to home media. As somebody who grew up with VHS, like, just being able to put a disc in the disc player.
I was like right in between that time, because like my parents had loads and loads of VHS tapes.
Yeah.
My dad had this really cool thing by his closet that had, it was like his own personal VHS tape storage.
Yeah, I had a few VHS tapes myself, although never that many because they weren't cheap.
I have a whole plastic bin down here filled with VHS tapes that my parents were getting rid of. I was like, no, you can't get rid of those.
And Cyrus, I think that probably was Chinese, but then again, you know, it was the early 2000s and people didn't care. Yeah, life's not over at 30. I'm 37 and I'm basically still, I've been General Lotz for 37 years and I'll be General Lotz for 37 more.
I think you're the same age as one of my cousins.
Tony encounters his great-grandson with a future Iron Man suit. Huh. We shall see when we get further along in Season 2. A lot of VHS tapes were shipped to Cuba for Naples' appointment. Oh my.
Somebody's getting shipped to Cuba?
I evidently had them in case they were.
Oh.
Really? You took the barrel instead of me? What am I, a chopped liver? A chopped Nukem? Terrence Mann, one of the bounty hunters. See, when it comes to aging from... Oh, get him! Oh, thank God. Alright, let's heal. Distort.og. See, for me, aging is different just because, like, my grandfather was, like, 81 and climbing up on the roof and was perfectly functional. My grandmother is 84 and is not, like... It's not like, you know, a broken down old derelict, so... And when I'm 84, I don't plan on being a broken down old derelict either, so...
I'm working on trying to get back in shape myself.
Excellent. Give to Gitmo. Huh. A Finnish Cuban. Now that'd be a strange one. That would be a strange admixture.
They're finished.
Oh my. Man, if only I'd had money back then. There was a time when you could get a Finnish Mosin for a mere, like, $200. As you might imagine, there are a lot more these days.
I haven't really done much with guns when it comes to YouTube videos or anything recently, so I can't say.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mosin was popular for a while because they were super cheap and everybody wanted one. I mean, I got one. I got one back in 2007. That's gonna make me
There
feel
was a-
old.
I saw somebody do a video at a shooting range where they did a Mosin volley.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Although one of them has an SVT-40. It's like, oops.
Oh, is that what? Oh, you know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen that one. Like, that's not a Mosin. That's, I'd like to have an SVT, but not enough to pay for it. Those things are more expensive than they're really worth, in my opinion. It's the same thing with one of these MP5s. They're cool, but they're not $1,000 for a 9mm cool. You know, it's like if I'm gonna spend $1,000, I want something that's a little more substantial. Just a little more.
M92.
Yeah, those aren't bad. Although you can easily pay $1,000 for a A3. This Baz 12.
Oh, is that the tan one?
Yeah. They're very proud of that one. You should have gotten a Nagant M190. I considered getting one of those Nagant revolvers, but what stopped me was there was no ammo for them, and there still really isn't any ammo for them. If I can't shoot it, I don't really want it.
Yeah. I haven't shot any of my guns for a while. I really need to.
Yeah, getting to a good range is never easy. That's why I'm glad I got one close by.
Well, I mean, there is one close by. It's just I don't feel like spending money on ammo right now.
Yeah. Damn it. Like, I always like spending money on ammo. That's the thing I like to spend the most money on.
Yeah, for me right now, I'm just trying to save money so I can get some stuff that I want.
Of course, I tried to make it to where
grandma-
you couldn't even have any guns where you're at, so that's never easy.
Yeah, luckily, well, thankfully, all those laws have been since overturned.
Good. They're going to be doing that to Rhode Island soon enough, because they actually want a door-to-door gun confiscation, what they're just not going to get.
Hell no.
I don't know if they actually told the police that or not. It's like, we're going to do door-to-door gun confiscation. They're like, who's doing that?
The most that's gonna happen is they're gonna walk up to people's doors. They're gonna ask, "Hey, do you still own this so-and-so firearm?" And be like, "Nah, I sold that a while ago." I mean, if they don't have any suspicion to come in, or not suspicion, if they don't have any reason to come in the house, they're never gonna know.
Yeah, and there's not enough police officers. If you pooled like the entire all the police agencies in Rhode Island, you're still not going to have enough troops.
No, Rhode Island is tiny.
I mean, I guess you could like import some from Canada, but ain't gonna happen.
Nah.
You can still get some military surplus 1911s, but you're gonna pay for it. It's gonna cost you, because people love those things. If you just want a nice little 1911 to just shoot, get one of the TSOS clones. They do good, or get a Rock Island Armory. I honestly would recommend the Rock Island Armory. I got one of those, and it's pretty awesome. Although it's in 10 mil instead of 45, because 10 mil does what 45 don't. Italian.
I'm trying to ditch here, but I took 3 dual action. I still feel it.
A second.
I took 3 dual action, which is acetaminophen and something else, and I still feel like I want to punch my side.
Ouch. Not fun, not fun.
That would do no good. No. Unfortunately, even though I've been cutting back soda and various other foods, they can still show up anyway.
Ugh.
So I'm kind of just stuck. Thanks, Mom.
The only thing genetically bad with me is just bad eyesight, and I can live with that. One day I will be able to get robot eyes, and I'll be able to look into women's locker. I mean, no, we're not going to say that. We'll get in trouble for that.
Jordy, is that you?
Although these days, I don't know if they'd all be female or not. But anyway.
That's sure what you'd be seeing down there.
September of '89, so slightly older than me. We get our Micro Desert Eagle and a Beretta 92 FS. Yeah, I've recently put a target rear sight on my Beretta 92. I haven't had a chance to take it out yet, but
I didn't know you had one.
yeah, I got a Beretta 92D. That's specifically the double action only model. I wanted one of those since like 2003, and in 2019 I finally got one.
The only two Berettas I have are both. One's a keychain that has the magazine that comes out and the slide moves and everything.
Oh yeah,
And
the
the
mini
other one I
one.
have is from a company called Alloy Armory. It's from a company called Alloy Armory,
Yeah.
which has tiny bullets. They don't shoot, but
Yeah, it's one of those little mini things.
yeah, but it's really realistic, which I like.
And yeesh, agnostic, that's not fun. Well, right now, no wait, yeah, I'm older than you. I can't do math. I blame Duke Nukem. He's sapping my math ability. No, if you were born in September and I was born in February, so I'm a few months older, my brain is tired.
I was born in '98.
I mean, that's not a bad year. That's the year we got the platinum purple. No, the plutonium purple for the N64. Let's see. People put scopes on 1911s because, yeah, they're not that accurate at distance, but if you want to get... It's easier to shoot better groups with a 1911 if you got a scope on it, because you're not just using iron sights. So, like, if let's say you're trying to hit, you know, like a 4-inch circle at 25 yards, a scope will make it a lot easier to see that 4-inch circle. I got a revolver with a scope on it, and it makes it very easy. Oh, I can't remember the stupid code. Yeah, there we go.
You found the moonstone.
And this is a level that was not found in the original PC release. Like, this is something that the N64 adds. Your Half-Life, Godzilla, and Turok 2, and Saving Private Ryan. Well, one of those things is good. I mean, I know people love... Saving Private Ryan is okay, but is over-dramatic, in my opinion. Like, it's... You compare it to, say, the much better Longest Day. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan has all the blood and gore, but, like, it's just so over-dramatic, so melodramatic.
Yeah, I mean, I know the veterans that attended like the first showings were saying that the Normandy scene, like the beach at Normandy, was realistic to what had actually happened.
I don't doubt it. It's actually probably worse, but it's just the rest of the movie is just like meh.
Fair enough.
It's just 100% meh to me.
Oh, what's that tank movie with Matthew McConaughey? Is it Matthew McConaughey?
No, I think it was a different person, but I know what you're talking about. It's Fury.
Yeah, I love that movie.
It's alright. It's also just a little too overdramatic for my taste.
I think it was actually funded by the same people who made World of Tanks.
Huh. I mean, it makes sense. That's how they got the actual Tiger tank. Oh, this wasn't the Duke Nukem original Duke 3D? Okay. We got the rocket. The Polaris 3 outpost, huh? So when did grouping stop being as important as hitting the bullseye becomes more important? Well, doing bullseye shooting and shooting for groups are two different things, so... What you want to do is you want to be able to... Groups are important because that means you can consistently hit a target in a certain place. Bullseye shooting is where you're shooting a small target at distance and hitting it consistently. Uproom's arc includes him shooting an unarmed prisoner. Yeah, I remember that. It's
I'm
just such a
prisoner.
dramatic kind of thing. You'll notice that most people just remember the Normandy scene and not much else.
The scene that I hated the most where it was at the end. Spoilers if nobody's watched it, but if you haven't watched it by now, I really don't care. Maybe I care a little bit. But the scene where some of the soldiers are up in the one of the destroyed buildings, and there's a German soldier that comes up, and the hand-to-hand combat that ends up with one of them dying. That knife scene always makes me cringe.
Yeah, that is kind of hard to watch. I know what you're talking about. I hadn't thought about that in years, but yeah, that is pretty rough.
Oof, sorry.
It's pretty rough. I mean, I don't doubt that stuff like that happened and worse, but it's like, Harvey
Like,
Weinstein
for that.
lobbied to have his film Shakespeare in Love be the winner of Best Picture. Oh my. Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, didn't he like get disgraced 10 years ago now too? Or was that 2017? Yeah, he was like a big deal in Hollywood for a very long time, and everybody knew about it, but they didn't say anything. One wonders why.
Who knows?
Because they're all a bunch of money-grubbing assholes. You realize people are going to think I'm a groiper now? I meant like Hollywood people are money-grubbing assholes, not the fact that evidently he doesn't like pork products.
Wait, they're gonna think you're a what now? I didn't understand that.
Oh, they call them groipers. It's a social media thing. There's a bunch of talking heads, which come to find out were funded by the SPLC.
Oh, that's fun.
But they're the ones that are all about, you know, Israel bad, you know, that sort of thing. Which I don't know how good or how bad that country is, but they're the ones that basically say that, like, they're controlling the world. It's a usual thing.
I mean, honestly, when it comes to politics, I know just about nothing about anything.
Well, at least you don't think
I prefer
socialism is
not
the way
to.
forward, so you're doing better than most.
Exactly.
So,
Oh shit.
but yeah, like, it's not that Harvey Weinstein doesn't like pork products, it's more just the fact that most Hollywood people are just money-grubbing assholes, and so they'll turn a blind eye to bad stuff because they want to get that part, man.
Let me some pork tenderloins.
Actually, I had a delicious round steak for dinner.
I'm hungry. My food's being made right now, so if I talk a bit about food, we just went grocery shopping, and I was also hungry, and so I bought some stuff that I didn't really need.
Yeah, that's always kind of
Like,
a...
that sounds good.
Yeah, when everything looks good.
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein is basically if movie Blob became rich and famous. Yep. And yeah, you can't really get shot underwater too much because the bullets will slow down.
I love how they showed that in John Wick.
I need to watch John Wick at some point. I just never got around to it. I've been getting around to watching more stuff lately, so...
I could let you borrow my YouTube login because I have all 3 movies bought. Well,
Oh,
there's
don't worry
4
about it.
now, but...
Oh, don't worry about it. I can acquire them legally. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have them all 4 of them on DVD now. So that's alright.
Nice. Let's see. How realistic was the gore? I mean, it was mostly realistic, remarkably realistic for the time.
Oh, for Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was enough death and destruction that the water literally ran red.
Yeah. Makes you, as Gramps would say, makes you want to re-up, doesn't it? Every time he'd watch something like that in a movie, it was like, yeah, it makes you want to re-up.
You say read up?
No, re-up, like, you know, enlist.
Oh.
Huh, I don't remember how you get in there then. Ah, well, we'll just go around.
Rather lob my arm off than enlist anymore.
Well, it's one of those things that if they were like throwing Chinese troops out of like a plane and invading America, of course, you know, I would fight to defend the country, but like economic interests and such, I don't know about that.
Well,
And no, I'm not trying to be offensive to any Chinese people, but if China is a country and Chinese people live within it and they are a geopolitical enemy of the United States, meaning they would want to invade the United States in order to take it over. Not that they could because they don't have the sea list capacity, but still.
Well, their citizens would be a bit too afraid to even consider it. Just in general, because they're not too happy with their government right now either.
Yeah, well, nobody is.
No. There's a channel I watch called China Insider. It's basically the YouTube version of like a Chinese news station.
Yeah.
So
Well, people generally don't want to have to go fight in a war and die for people who have a lot of money.
nah, I mean, usually, back in the good old days of the 50s and 60s and before that, the main reason people enlisted was because they're, you know, proud of our country and stuff.
Yeah. Of course. Oh, that
Which I can
reminds me.
understand
I was gonna mention that in this stream. Yeah, there's even less reason to re-up these days. They're putting a lot of ex-special forces people in jail now for crimes that happened 20 years ago, if they happened at all. So that's not good. As you might imagine, a lot of these spec op guys are just straight up resigning, because if you're ordered to do something and if you don't do it, you either get put in the stockade or you get shot. So yeah, not good, not good.
No, not really.
Kind of live in the stupid ages. And yeah, China Uncensored. I've watched them a little bit. The website you're thinking
him.
of. Wait a second.
I know him. Or them.
And Cyrus, I'm just gonna say 3 letters. TPB. That's it. You can make of that what you will. I know nothing other than TPB. That's all. Not that I would ever go there myself. No, I pay at least 5 times for every product I have. Well, so long as it's KOTOR, Duke Nukem, and Doom, and Battlefront 2. And Fallout 3. So.
I wanted to play Battlefront 2 on the go, so instead of just the PSP version that I can get on my phone, I also got that really horrible remake
Oh dear.
of 1 and 2.
Yeah, the Aspire versions.
Asper's done pretty good at porting some of those games to Switch and stuff, and just in general, but the Battlefront, they just didn't do it.
Yeah, they kind of, as they say, shat the bed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It starts with a T, Cyrus, and you'll find everything you need to find there. Just make sure to check the comments, check the seeders, and you'll be good to go. Not that I would know anything about it. In fact, I've tried to find a way to get away from there. You know, I would never. I would never.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's alright.
I actually have legitimately got the Star Wars trilogy like 4 or 5 times, I think.
I know my dad has. Shit.
So I'm thinking I got
Beta tape.
Beta. Oh no, beta.
Beta tape, Laserdisc, VHS tape, CD, Blu-ray, digital.
Let's see.
You
So
want to
I've
watch
got.
Star Wars at my house? Go ahead.
Okay, so I've got. Yeah, I've got the original VHS tape before the special ed editions, I've got the special editions, which I joke and call them the special ed editions, but let's be reasonable. When they came out, everybody loved them. I know I did. For Christmas '95, I got the box set, and I watched A New Hope so much the tape broke.
Oh, damn.
And thank you, Spartan, for the $2 Canadian. Let's see, then I got it on DVD. Then I got the individually released DVDs in 2006. I remember putting them in the Walmart layaway because, well, I was a teenager and had no money.
Oh,
They
man,
actually
you
can't-
don't hear that term anymore.
Yeah. But it allowed me to get those DVDs. And the reason I wanted those DVDs in particular is they had the unaltered original versions of the movies on a bonus disc. Oh my. On bonus discs, they were the Laserdisc transfers. And they also came with trade paperbacks of the original Star Wars comics. There's actually something really funny in A New Hope. Since nobody really knew, since none of the canon was set in stone at the time, the comic adds a voice, adds a word bubble for Darth Vader when he gets hit by the TIE fighter. He says, "In the name of the Sith gods!" Which ones are those exactly? Let's see. And yes, I do use a VPN. And yes, this is the music from the PS1 Duke. And it's so good. It stimulates my auditory sensors. Another tank movie record, The Beast from 1988. Oh, I remember that. I haven't seen it in a long time. Oh, Star Wars The Holiday Special. Yes, I saw it. I saw it. I seen it! And it was not good. I think it was probably one of the worst things. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. There's different degrees of bad. It wasn't insufferable and, like, filled with a bunch of idiotic dialogue. It was just boring. I mean, yeah, we get to see Chewbacca's, like, grandfather, like, watch porn. Yes, really?
What? Excuse me?
Yeah, he puts on a VR helmet and watches this chick, like, do a striptease. You know, for kids.
Oh my.
It was basically a 1970s variety show. Carrie Fisher shows up high as a fucking kite. Mark Hamill just had his car accident, and so he is just slathered with makeup. It's not good. It's not worth your time.
It's
Ripley
kind of
ate.
interesting how they used that. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, you can finish. You can finish.
Oh, how they used like how scarred his face was for Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it was pretty clever. Let's see, Ripley 8 versus the Predator. There's actually a comic called Alien versus the Predator versus the Terminator. Yes, really. It's not bad. I actually have that. I spent like $30 on it back in 2006, and I liked it.
Are they supposed to be in the same universe then? Because of that?
Yeah, in that comic at least. I always thought it made a certain degree of sense that it would be in the same universe, because where did humanity get faster than light travel by 2030? It's like, well, Skynet invented it, and then Skynet is defeated in 2029, and, well, some of the antimatter space drives are retrofitted, and they start getting oil and such. It's like B. Arthur in a cooking show. That's just... I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Well, a lot of cocaine, I guess. Or whatever drug they did back in the 70s. Cocaine was more the
Watch
80s.
Star Wars. I don't know which one it is, but if you look at Carrie Fisher's nails, one nail's longer than the other. So that cocaine nail, as they call it.
Oh my.
Carrie Fisher was big into coke, unfortunately.
Yeah, she always had a nose candy problem, among other things.
Booger sugar.
Yes, which is kind of sad, but whatever. And yeah, I do miss the days when the holiday special was the worst thing in Star Wars. Okay, what I love here is it mentions that all the women are still alive. And I'm like, I like that. I don't want to see a bunch of dead females in my video game. Although you do see some dead women in this game. We're not there yet, though. Too much LDS to
Nobody steals our chicks and
lives. USS Monkeyfish. I guess that's got to be a reference to an earlier 3D Realms game, or an Apogee game, more like. That there's an alien that the guy poured drinks into a hole in his head. I think that must have been a Star Wars thing. There's a Star Wars short story where Greedo's body gets processed into a space mint julep. Yes, really.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, really.
Really?
I mean, it was
Tasty.
the 90s.
Don't need McDonald's. We got Greedo for dinner.
This one doesn't have Duke shit down the boss's neck. No, no, it doesn't. But I'm willing to live with that just because, you know, half the female population of Earth doesn't get mulched by the foul Xenos. Which still just seems so incongruous to me. Like, Duke Nukem is this, like, jokey game with kind of a comedy protagonist, but it's like, oh yeah, all these women are fucking dead. I just... It's such a weird thing to do. I still don't understand it. Somebody had to have had some relationship difficulties.
80s nerds.
Yeah. Funniest ship name was the USS Numbnuts. But yeah, Iron Man: The Armored Adventures. I have not sat through a single season of TV in that short period of time in a long time. I mean, these days you can kind of watch whatever you want just because you can acquire it legally. You're gonna just get. Oh, we got it. Just guess, because you can get whatever you want, you know. But finding something worth your time is such a difficult thing.
Yeah, I end up scrolling through YouTube for a good, like, 15 minutes before I actually find something that I want to watch.
Yeah, because most of it's slop, unfortunately. Except for me. Watch General Lotz. We don't make slop. We make, mush. No, we don't. Thankfully, I've been able to not become too bad over the years. Wait, do I have? No, I don't. Is this where we're supposed to go? I think so. Maybe. No, not here. Do you want to see a Build Engine Blake Stone game? Yes, I would. That actually sounds pretty good. I don't know how well that would sell. Exactly, gruel. We use all the millet grains. I don't know that a British pop culture game would sell, but a weirdo like me would like it, okay?
Makes you a weirdo?
Well, I mean, how many people care about British popular culture?
I don't. But I think depending on who made it, they would probably throw in a bunch of British stereotypes. They just started talking like a stereotypical British person. My goodness.
They can do that. Or they mention like...
Stereotypes. Oops, not you, Siri.
Oh, crap.
I brought a bunch of British stereotypes. We got beans for toast.
Well, there's one particular type of British food they could never mention. Let me put it this way. They seem to be very fond of a certain word that we cannot say. That we cannot say. That's some kind of rolled up pork.
Pork?
Yeah. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Color me confused. I don't know what you're mentioning.
Well, it's a. They also call it a cigarette. Think about it.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, they call it some kind of rolled up pork kind of thing.
Okay. Fair enough.
Watch Godzilla Mendoza. I'm aware of that person, but I don't think I've actually seen it though. Seen anything from him. Our motto is we outlive the quartering. Oh yes. Oh yes, we have.
To be fair, they call I just had it in mind. Hold on, I gotta think this through real quick. I can't remember what I was just about to say.
Yeah, you know what they say, when you start getting old, the first thing that goes is the mind.
Oh, that's it. They call condoms rubbers.
They kind of do that here too. I've heard it referred to such.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know, it's kind of weird. Texas has some weird Britishisms, along with some Germanisms here and there.
Well, I know your state had some really nasty storms the other night.
Yeah, although the power went out on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, for 12 hours, and it wasn't even raining. Needless to say, I was a bit annoyed at such a thing. You see, I've got a generator, I've got battery backups, I've got all that shit, right? And I still don't want to have to sit in the dark or without power for 8 hours when it's not even raining.
Yeah, that's why I have all those like 10 to 20,000 milliamp hour batteries.
Yeah, I got a couple of those myself. The quartering basically ended up beclowning himself by getting a YouTube channel called the Kino Casino removed from YouTube after they criticized him for having a guy cuck his... getting cucked. Basically, he had somebody sleep with his wife and like admitted it on a live stream, and all the Kino Casino people did is just kind of like, well, play the guy's literal words. So, yeah. Not good, not good.
I mean, I saw some ordinary gamers. That dude makes stuff about people all the time. But I had seen where he had made a video about the quartering, but I didn't watch it.
Dude, I watch some of the slop, like when it's 7 in the morning, I'm really tired, and I need something that's stupid that I'll actually... that I don't really have to pay attention to, but is interesting enough to listen to. Also, see, she's got a green tank top on. And thankfully we can save her. Don't let the hot chicks get killed. Yeah, right now it's just a sunny enough day, you know. It is hot, though. It is very, very warm. I think we've seen, as my grandfather would say, the last of the snows.
It's like 75 here. What's it over there?
I think it's like 90.
I wouldn't mind 90. Then I could go to a water park.
You say that. Well, actually, no. Where you're at, the humidity is not that bad. But here, it's like, ugh, it kind of melt.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, the mighty cucks. I go to Dallas on occasion to visit my my uncle, and Dallas is fine, I guess. I mean, it's not that different from here, really. The last time I went to like the actual Dallas city center proper, went to go see Medieval Times, and it was fun.
When I visited Texas, that's where we went for like our family reunion years ago. And the first place we stopped was a Walmart, and I was surprised at how massive it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I went there today actually and scored me a new Mandalorian Imperial Armored Commando. Isn't it much better that we can save the babes instead of just having to, you know, leave them to die? You don't have to feel bad. I mean, I know that, like, Twitter won't be happy about it, but they'll just have to live with it.
Wasn't it Duke Nukem Forever that had the babes that were They're all basically like suffering because of
Yes.
where they were at.
Yes, yes. Duke Nukem Forever is a game I literally will never play again, except maybe for a stream, maybe. But that's something that, like, that is a unpleasant game to play. Like, that level, it's called the Duke Dome. Yeah, the game suddenly turns into a prego vor fetish, and I'm like, what the hell am I looking at?
You're looking at somebody's fetish.
It must have been, because, like, you go from Duke Nukem being funny to that, like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. Yeah, that is an incredibly dated reference now that I think of it. Not only do you have, like, just random women, like, being killed in that game, but Duke Nukem's, like, girlfriend, or girlfriends I should say, are a thinly veiled parody of, you have to be as old as me to know who these people are, the Olsen twins. They were on, like, a garbage show called Family Matters.
Oh yeah.
And they were very popular, and so he's like with the Wholesome twins. It's like, oh my god. That makes my brain and my butt. Go on.
I don't think it was Family Matters, because I think that's the one that has Steve Urkel in it.
Oh, then it's one of those, you know, garbage shows from the early 90s with all the human interest in it.
Yeah, fair
Those
enough.
stupid human shows. Which is worse, Duke Nukem Forever or Skyrim without mods? Duke Nukem Forever, hands down. Skyrim without mods is at least not offensive. Even though you can't really beat Skyrim without mods, because of that stupid door glitch. At least I got that glitch. Oh, it's Full House. Okay.
That's it.
Let's see. The Doctor Who Cloned Me. I've actually played that, and I've even reviewed it. It's not as offensive to the sensibilities, but it's still not very good.
I thought you liked that one.
I actually, when I did the review, I went back to where I said that I liked it after playing. I'm like, what was I smoking? Why would I ever say it was good? I guess Doctor Who Cloned Me is good in comparison to Duke Nukem Forever. How about that?
Yeah, fair enough.
Go!
Won't it make you have to watch Rise of Skywalker?
Oh my god, Rise of Skywalker's bad. I was talking to Chainsaw last week about how Alan Dean Foster tried to come up with a way to make Rey make sense. And the only thing he could do was made Rey a robot. Well, not a robot, but a cybernetic organism. Cyberdyne Systems Model R101.
R101?
So, yeah. I mean, that makes as much sense as anything.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's phase him, bro. So I love how you can't have blood in the game, but you have literal shit instead. It's like, it's like, that's a strange choice. You can't have blood, but you can literally shoot the shit out of them, and that's okay. Okay, I mean, the Nintendo of America censor. I mean, that's literally what that puddle of brown goo has to be. Or it could be brown blood, I guess. Deoxygenated blood. But I think it's supposed to be legitimate, like, shit.
It's poo-poo.
And yes, I've been to a Buc-ee's. Like, every time I go anywhere out of Houston, we gotta stop by the Buc-ee's, man. You gotta stop by there. Because they got the good stuff.
Bussies.
Wait a second.
I love when people call it bussies.
Oh my.
Stop our bussies. There's a cat
That's
on my
not
feet.
suggestive at all. But yeah, Buc-ee's is it lives up to the memes. It's a bit overpriced, but it's a Texas institution, so you kind of have to go. And yes, there is a guy in a Bucky's costume wandering around randomly. And yes, I've gotten my picture taken with him.
Well,
What's
how
funny
couldn't
about
you?
Force Awakens? Wait a second.
I said, well, how couldn't you?
Because as a native Texan, you know, you gotta represent. Let's see. Rise of the Force Awakens. So I did not see that. I still haven't even seen the movie, to be honest. I've seen clips of it, and it doesn't look good. It does not look good. I was afraid that Force Awakens would somehow be better than the EU. How wrong I was. That was not a well-founded fear. I don't know if Bucky's has their own Mountain Dew or not. I don't really drink Mountain Dew anymore, just because it's really, really unhealthy. They can make Duke Nukem Forever better as if they gave the Duke series its own sequel trilogy equivalent. Oh no, because then that means they'd replace Duke Nukem with Bombshell, and she'd be horribly insufferable. I don't know how Conker's Bad Fur Day existed. I never played it, but like, when you fight literal shit... that is a boss in that game. I only know that from like, watching like Let's Plays on YouTube and such, but...
The Great Mighty Pooh.
Yeah. He's gonna throw something at you. There we go. Thank you. Give me that yellow card.
Sorry, the song he sings is actually kind of catchy and I hate it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, as they say, an earworm.
Never heard that before, but alright.
The internet likes to call it that. Got a Saving Private Ryan level and Conquer. Wow. The 90s. A Seinfeld N64 game. I think that's like a ROM hack or something. It'd have to be.
Gotta love
Conquer
ROM
versus.
hacks, though.
Yeah. There's a ROM hack that turns Ninja Gaiden into a Deadpool game.
Really?
Hmm. It's not bad. It's still Ninja Gaiden though, and so it's like rock fucking hard and almost impossible to beat unless you're good. Banjo-Kazooie. I have never played a single Banjo-Kazooie game. I mean, by the time 1998 or so rolled around, like, to me, Banjo-Kazooie and stuff like that were very, very childish, and so I was like, I don't want to play that.
You ever play Diddy Kong Racing?
Wait a second.
Diddy Kong Racing?
Yes. So, what can I say? Young General Lotz was in no way consistent with what was childish or not. It's like, yeah, fuck that bird and bear thing. I don't want to play that. A card game where you can play as Diddy Kong? I'm there! I never owned Diddy Kong Racing, but I did play it quite a bit. I rented it.
I have it.
Oh, crap.
Love that game.
Crap! Run! I shot the wall like an idiot. I'll tell you, this enemy here, I think that's the Battle Lord or something. He's the boss at the end of episode 1 of Duke Nukem, and then he becomes like a infrequent enemy, and like I swear this boss is way harder and has way more health than like the Baron of Hell in Doom. Like, not only does he move faster, he has like a much more powerful weapon than the Baron of Hell does. Never played Donkey Kong 64. You'd think I would have, since I love Donkey Kong Country so much.
I thought that was the same game, honestly.
No, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 came out on the Super Nintendo. Donkey Kong 64 is the only DK game on the N64.
Oh. I had played Donkey Kong Country when it was on Game Boy.
That was a fairly decent port, I think. It was on Game Boy Advance in particular. And it was mostly alright.
Yep.
It was mostly alright. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country is hard as balls, though. Like, I never beat it as a kid. Like, never even came close to beating it. I only beat it in 2019, co-op, with save states. I actually beat it online, believe it or not. Never let it be said that girls don't play video games, because I beat it with a nice girl who was quite fond of that game, actually. Let's see, Dookie Kong. Oh my. Duke, so wait. If Super Mario is Doom Guy, that would make Donkey Kong the Duke Nukem equivalent then. Wait, do I blow that up? I don't remember. I'm gonna throw a pipe bomb in there anyway. Nope, that didn't do anything. Okay. I think I would remember where everything is since I literally just beat this game like a week ago. Yeah, I never beat Donkey Kong Country 2. There was a boss where me and a nice girl got stuck on and then ended up getting dumped before we could beat the game. It's like, how could you? I want to know how Donkey Kong Country 2 ends. Oh yeah, and the human interactions and such. But I wanted to know how Donkey Kong Country 2 ended. I mean, could there be anything more important than that? That was pure luck. I'm saving.
The canceled Jedi Academy sequel.
That's just wrong that that got canceled. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the release of the Neo Geo AES Plus. Like, I'm gonna be getting a pre-order for that next month, because I mean, it is a one-to-one recreation, and that's gonna be fucking sick. Because I could get an original, but getting that to actually talk to my computer would not be easy. Whereas, getting one that already has HDMI out will make things a lot easier, I should think. And I will stream a repro cart of Metal Slug 1. I eventually want to get all the Metal Slugs. Well, Metal Slug X and 3, because Metal Slug 2 runs like ass. $30,000, yes. You do not want to have to pay those kind of scalper prices for that. Okay, I'm down to 12 health, and I've got nothing.
At that point, I just find the scalper's house and rob him.
Yep. And I don't want to give out like what kind of job I do in particular so nobody cancels me, but it's a tech kind of thing. I always wanted to be like an engineer, but I never had like really good math grades, but tech's good enough. It's close enough. Although, if you were to ask me what I wanted to be when I grew up, so to speak, I actually wanted to be a naval aviator. Unfortunately, my eyesight is so shitty, there is no way such a thing could ever happen. Contra Shattered... God, I can't talk. Shattered Shoulder. Yeah, I still can't say it. What is wrong with me? I think I played it once, like a long time ago, and I was downloading a bunch of games to emulate. The Neo Geo system I think you might be thinking of is the Neo Geo CD. And yeah, now you can get a new copy of Metal Slug 1 for $100, which is really good. $100 dues. No, I'm not a real general. I'm not old enough to be one. I'm not that old.
Old enough to be what?
An actual general.
Oh, don't you have to be like 50?
I don't know if it had to be 50, but definitely late 40s. And I don't want to be in my late 40s yet, just because I don't want everybody to be super old.
Yeah.
But like, as a guy who's always been like obsessed with machines and shit, like a certain Ninja Turtle, being able to fly an airplane off of a giant floating city sounded really awesome. But well, you kind of need to be able to see for that. So if you got shitty eyesight, yeah, you kind of fucked.
Yeah, you could get LASIK.
Oh, my eyesight's so bad that would literally do nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks, but
You don't mind me asking, what's your prescriptions for your lenses?
a lot and a lot. I don't remember them off the top of my head, but it's like it's a lot. Like it's legitimately a lot. So, if I wanted to not have to wear glasses, I would have to have contact lenses surgically installed into my eyes, like I'm some kind of like cybernetic monstrosity.
Okay, fair enough.
Hyper Geo 64 was a short-lived arcade system. Huh. The music is from the XX. Okay, I did not know that. I think that's the one where like the chick is with the whip, and like Duke's like, if there's a way to go, it's women, whips, and oil. Duke Nukem, he has a strange sub streak. It's like, how about no whips? How about no riding crops? How about no ball gags? How about just nice, good old-fashioned in and out? You know what I mean?
Excuse me, what was that crops thing you were talking about?
A riding crop, you know, the thing that like the horse race people. I can't remember what they're called now. Well, they're like
Jockeys?
Yeah, jockeys. They'll like smack the horse with that. Like people who are into
that thing.
the BDSM like the riding crop apparently.
Okay, well.
Yeah, it would be too powerful. I had perfect vision. It's one of those things. I would love to not have to wear glasses, but that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Unless I can get some cyberware.
Yeah, maybe.
Whenever I go to the eye doctor, I always joke with the eye doctor about like, hey, y'all got the cloned eyes yet? Like, come on, it's the future. It's like 2030. What are my cloned eyes? Where's my like cyber vision that lets me like see through walls? Yep. I didn't mean that kind of in and out. I didn't mean that kind of in and out. Honestly, my review of In and Out is it is nothing more than just Whataburger, but California. Yeah, when the power went out, I went ahead and splurged on some high-quality burgers, but that was like 27 bucks for 2 burgers and 2 orders of fries. Because I got some for my mother and grandmother. They just split one. Because they're big burgers. They're about a half pound. But still, though, 27 bucks. You know, this inflation is a hell of a drug. I remember when that particular barbecue place, you could get like a pound of beef, half rack of ribs, and a half a chicken for like $30. Now, I don't even want to imagine how much that would cost. More than I'd want to spend, I'll tell you that. Oh, you bastard. Okay, we're gonna introduce him to a grenade launcher. And so this is an enemy from the birth. These weird illegal aliens here that are set up in like that intro cutscene with the Prego fetish. Which is not a bad design. A little generic, I guess, but, you know, a decent enemy. They can shoot shrink rays and everything. So it's go. The worst enemy by far in Duke Nukem 3D though has been and always will be those stupid unidentified flying bastards.
What?
Those little gray like hover robot things.
That's a thing.
Yeah. Oh, come on, where's my splash damage? Where's my splash damage?
I'll splash some damage.
Okay, so going in here is very dangerous because there's a lot of enemies in here, and you gotta blow up the little like plasma reactor thing, and when you do that, it can really hurt. And then those stupid unidentified flying bastards will like sneak up on you and kill you in like a hit. Because like if I was in there, I would be dead.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm
sounds
so
really
hurt.
stupid, but I got my favorite ketchup.
Not bad.
Because as an adult, having your favorite ketchup is a thing.
I mean, if you gotta go to work 50 hours a week, deal with all kinds of traffic and assholes, it's like, if you don't have your favorite ketchup, you might go nuts. I mean, just look at Falling Down. They didn't want to serve him breakfast, and that just sent him over the edge.
Oh shit. It's a no salt added variant.
Let me tell you this, if you think that's bad, there's at Whataburger they will literally sell you a shirt that literally says spicy ketchup on it. Because
Really?
this is Texas. And you'll see people walking around with the spicy ketchup shirt. Why? Because that's how much people like their spicy fucking ketchup.
Fair enough.
Although to be honest, I'm not a big fan of that ketchup. Just don't really like the aftertaste.
Oh.
Yeah, First Blood's another good example. All he wanted to do was go to a restaurant and then leave, and that stupid sheriff wouldn't leave him alone. And sadly, the book is much more depressing because he dies in that. Well, I'm down to 1 health. No, you bastard. Alright, there is a rocket lawn chair. Now we'll use the grenade.
You ever watch No Country for Old Men?
Yeah, a long, long time ago in a galaxy not so far away. It was alright. It's not my kind of movie, though. Because it's pretty depressing.
Yeah, I mean, probably my favorite scene in the movie is, I don't know the actor's name, but when he's eating a bag of peanuts,
Meh.
and then he, the face he makes to the store clerk, where he raises his eyebrows and stuff.
Yeah.
Just give him that look.
I mean, it's a well-acted movie, and it's a legend for a reason, but when it comes to the Coen brothers, I'm a big fan of the, what is that, I can't remember the name now. Oh brother, where art thou is my favorite of theirs. My favorite line from that is, where you've got, one of the characters is, like, always buying, like, hair product. He's like, my hair, I'm a Dapper Dan man. I love that line. There's something about that line that I love.
Man, I wish they would have made a Pacific Rim sequel.
Oh yes, I'm glad. But no, we should be happy one was never made because they might have fucked it up.
Yeah,
I mean,
put John Boyega in it. Ugh.
Exactly. Let's put it this way. We would not want to see Pacific Rim turn into that. And if you could see what I was looking at, it was, we literally shot the shit out of another, foul alien.
Oh.
Pacific Rim. I'll never forget going to see that opening night. It's just, look what they've taken from us. In the Name of the Rose. Never heard of that.
That's something else you got an advantage over me on.
The slap clap, the stomp clap. You know, despite being, you know, an adult at that point, I don't remember that. But then again, I never really participated in, like, human activities. I went to the club once, and they didn't do that, so... Maybe there's, like, a country western bar kind of thing, and that's not really my thing. Yeah, Cyrus, like, country western dancing is not my thing. Like, at all. I never got into that. Blood Meridian, oh man. AKA the most pretentious book ever. Or put it another way, the fans of it are the most pretentious fans ever. Let's put it that way. I'm sure the book is fine, but ugh. Save the babes. Save all babes. We're gonna piss off Twitter tonight. A hipster trend.
Babe Ruth, right?
Yeah. Because whenever I think of like the Babe Ruth candy bar, I always think of the Goonies.
Oh.
Or like the mutant guy wants a candy bar.
Yeah, the hey you guys. Dude.
I haven't seen the Goonies in like 30 years, but I still remember. I remember being creeped out by the mutant guy. I don't know if he's an actual mutant or just somebody with some sort of like disability or something, but I remember being creeped out by that. But I was a very young kid at the time.
What do you want?
So I don't know if he was actually was he like the villain or something? I forget what the character's name was. I think
he was just he became a protagonist because he got abused by the villains.
No.
Come here. Come here.
Save. I would like to have seen a Duke Nukem animated series. I'm surprised that wasn't actually made in the 90s.
His
Seems like
unofficial name was Superman.
Huh. Sloth. Okay. Also, Babe Ruth was thrown into the pool in Caddyshack. They thought it was shit. I've not seen Caddyshack in a long time.
Hi, bud. You gonna lay on my lap? Huh? No.
But I would have loved to have seen Duke the animated series, especially if it was in the 90s, because they would have had to have dealt with so much censorship that they would have had to have actually think instead of just have endless violence. Oh, you bastard. Like the aliens would just be like teleported away to their home planet or something. I'm sure they would have like gotten rid of the whole like dead women plot.
Could have done the Chex Mix thing where they just, like you said, they just get teleported back to their home planet.
Yeah. I mean, they did that for Conan. There was a Conan series in the 90s where like they would send the enemies into the next dimension. Oh, you bastard.
It just sounds like killing him with extra steps.
You would think. That's how they got away with, like, death in Dragon Ball for a while. They'd send him to the next dimension.
Yeah, some of the deaths, though, were pretty gruesome, even for Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Hey!
Damn it.
Leave that alone.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo is pretty much the closest we got. The chicks with boobs would be the size of bowling balls. Yes, because you could get away with that in kids shows in the 90s. I mean, look, they put boobs on Candy Kong, okay?
Did they?
Yes, they did. Look up the character. I don't.
if I
It's
do
not
that, I'll
exactly
probably
what
end
one
up
would
finding
call
some.
like anatomically accurate to like an actual monkey, but whatever. It's the 90s. No one cared.
I know monkeys have. Will you get down? Jeez, I know monkeys have breasts, but nothing like humans.
Yes, it's not exactly. They don't exactly look like that.
Disease, and I'm the cure.
Okay, these bastards are annoying me. Let's see. We'll use some of the explosive shotgun shells. I think that does a little more damage than the rocket almost. And if you don't know that this is an explosive shotgun shell and you shoot them too close up, you die. I found that out quite by accident.
Excuse me.
Okay, let's... Oh, that stupid bastard. Where's that stupid green slimy... Where's that slimy sumbitch? There we go.
Not just
Is that-
slimy, but green.
Man, the 90s must have been like the holy grail for every single furry, because not only did you have Candy Kong, but you also had that rabbit, what the fuck her name was, from Space Jam.
Oh. Jessica Rabbit. No, not. No. Jessica Rabbit was not a furry thing, but.
Yeah, she was married to a furry though.
Yeah. That bunny. Roger
Listen-
Rabbit.
Yeah, Lola Rabbit. Like, let me put it this way: if you were a furry in the 90s, you were eating good in more ways than one. That is a subculture that I will kink shame all day long. That subculture, because it's like, really, you just look like an idiot in your many $1,000 fursuit. Okay, I'm gonna shame.
With fans.
I'll shame all the days because. Oh crap! Oh you. I like how he camped the door like a fucking piece of shit. Okay. We will go over here, but... I don't think I've ever met a furry.
I have.
Finally, we got him. Okay, we gotta find a key, I think, somewhere in here. 1 hour, 47 minutes.
Oh gee, I
Wait.
didn't know it was 8:30 already.
Yeah, time flies. The river of time flows ever onward. And all we can do is simply try to make the most of what time we have.
You trying to be like a philosopher or something, my dude? I'm kidding.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, like, if people on, like, Reddit do it, I mean, surely I could do better than that.
Fair enough.
Come on. Just keep popping over there. If you made a Duke animated series, you'd have to have a bunch of, like, supporting characters. So they could have brought in Bombshell as like a like Duke Nukem's sidekick. You could actually have some of the whole like prego fetish be for her. It's like she's been kidnapped by the aliens. They can implant an embryo into her. You gotta save her, Duke. That'd be like the season finale.
Oh, people turned the facehugger stuff into a fetish too, and unfortunately I have seen some of it online.
Oh dear.
Yes.
I mean, that's the Rule 34 for you. You have some very lonely people that have very active imaginations.
Oh yes.
Go, 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 go! Run!
It's not implanting an embryo, it's implanting its own penis.
Oh my. Okay, let's go. Go, go, go! Philosophy, politics. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, there's some interesting political takes out there these days. It's always kind of funny how like these different like e-celebrities rise and fall. I mean, the quartering's just the latest of the e-celebs that kind of have fallen. And I remember 10 years ago, there was a guy from Canada named Jordan Peterson. That was his name. He was like all over the place, but he ended up like getting seriously addicted to benzos, and now he's pretty much disgraced and out of the public light now. He wrote a book called like the 12 Rules for Life, I think. I never read it, but from what I have heard, it sounded like it was just basic, you know, life stuff, self-help stuff. But of course, the nascent bread tube basically said he was all the nudesies and such. Oh, he's dying now. Yeesh. It's making animated I can't talk today. God damn. Animated adaptation of 0 Hour. See, I don't have any sort of medical problem when it comes to talking. I'm just an idiot.
Oof.
And can't play. He got hooked on benzos to deal with his wife's cancer situation. Ah, well, that's really... Okay, see, now that's more legitimate. I thought he just let his fame go to his head. I didn't know all that. Because a lot of those people do let fame go to their head, and they end up becoming, you know, like, pill popping and all the rest. But that's more legitimate. And when it comes to any sort of like, that's why I'm glad I've got just the amount of celebrity that one would actually want. Yeah, you don't make a lot of money, but you're not having people like track down like everything you ever said or did. That's why I feel really bad for Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica Kirk. It's like, I've never clicked on them, but there's a lot of videos that get like fed by the algorithm saying like, her secrets are revealed. It's like, can you believe what she did when she was a teenager? It's like, oh my god, just leave her alone, people. Haven't you jackals done enough?
There was a comedian. I don't remember his name offhand. He did. I thought it was kind of funny, just because I'm stupid like that sometimes. But he did a parody of her in essentially whiteface.
Yep.
But he made himself look like her, but just kind of fat.
Yeah.
And would kind of mock her mannerisms with various interviews that she did.
Interesting. Yep, leave Britney alone. I remember that meme.
Not that again. It's old enough to go to the movie theater by itself for a PG-13 movie.
Yes. I remember they mocked that, the leave Britney alone guy, girl, indeterminate, in
On
Meet
South
the
Park.
Spartans. That's how old that is.
Oh, they did it on South Park too.
Oh, they did? I don't remember that.
So, they did the Star Wars kid, the Tron guy.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the good age of YouTube, man. I miss that age.
Yeah, back when it was just a bunch of people who suffered from autism, making videos.
Getting
Or were
famous
autism
for it
adjacent
quickly.
like me. Come on, Duke. Drink the toilet water. We need health.
Oh. Sorry, he picked up a floater.
Imagine that gave you more health, though.
Oh.
I mean, there's a... That makes me think of Crisis, specifically the Crisis novelization, which was really weird and had like the guy in the nano suit, I forget which character it was, like literally eating people to recharge that nano suit. It's like, really? Did we really need that? That's what happens when you let a weirdo hard SF writer write your first-person shooter game novelization. Of course, imagine like you had Cormac McCarthy write the Duke Nukem novelization. That'd be weird and pretentious.
Yeah.
Duke Nukem would have like an existential crisis or something, or he'd have to fist fight Judge Holden.
Or fist.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much everything is corporate on YouTube these days, except for a few small channels and things of that nature. Like, let's put it this way. You will not convince me that Mr. Beast is human.
He's a robot.
He's got to be like that or reptilian. He's been infected by the black goo.
Oh. Ah, fuck, cat.
Come on, grab it, grab it. Cormac McCarthy Doom novel. Okay, that might be all right. That would be interesting. I mean, it's like it'd just be like a whole conversation between Doom Guy and the devil, and Doom Guy just accepts his fate at the end or something. I mean, it's not what I'd want to read, but you know what? I could easily see that being a thing. The Mr. Beast games. I've never seen any of this stuff. I've just heard people talk about it, and it's like, I've seen the thumbnails for it. It looks like it's the most, as the kids today say, cringy nonsense imaginable. Mr. Beast, he's got life-sized black eyes. The thing is, I never even heard of a Mr. Beast until like fairly recently, like maybe just this year. I assume he must appeal to a very different audience from me. Let's see, what time is it? It is 1:56. Okay, we'll be able to beat this level, and then we'll call it a day. We're almost done too. A Coen Brothers movie about Duke Nukem. Actually, you know, if you were gonna make a Duke Nukem by a weird director, maybe you'd get the guy who did The Bank Job. I can't remember his name though, but I really liked the direction in The Bank Job. That movie's like almost 20 years old too. Came out in 2008. Clive Barker presents Doom. Now see, that would, but see, that's too close to something real. It's got to be weird. Jeff Bridges is Duke. I'd watch it. I'd watch it. I'd watch all of it. Okay, give me the health. Give me all the health. So this little sprite here for the Duke Nukem plasma rifle, this shows up all the time in Doom WODs. Usually it's like a flamethrower or something. A Flammenwerfer. We're gonna verf all the Flammens. So this is a sound effect that plays when Duke Nukem is going through the vents here. For the longest time, I thought it was Duke Nukem like farting, not like the metal deforming. I was like Duke, come on, man, you gotta get a better diet. That we're already in May, or at least we will be next weekend, which means it's time to do some Star Wars games. So we gotta finish up Duke Nukem fast. So today we're gonna try to beat all of Duke Nukem 64, because Duke 64 is a badass game, and I don't want to wait like a month to have to get around to it again. It seems like the sci-fi episode is the one that lasts the longest, because I don't think Shrapnel City is nearly as long as this one, and certainly Hollywood Holocaust is like lasts like no time at all. Although I will say that when you compare like Hollywood Holocaust, which is the shareware episode, came on a compact disc. Damn, I'm down to 7 health. Please tell me I have a band-aids. Nope, I got nothing. They keep giving me goddamn nods. I don't know if that's just a quirk of the mod. Oh crap. What an asshole. You know, Boogie is want to do that, I suppose. Where is my shrink ray? I like the shrink ray in this game a lot more than the shrink ray in the original Duke 3D release. It's a little more, you know, sci-fi instead of just, you know, kind of like a vacuum cleaner. I mean, but then again, you know, TNG had that problem where they had the Dust Buster phaser design. I am so hurt. My feelings are so hurt. So Lunar Reactor here, it sounds great. Like, it is a great piece of music, but you know, it sounds like shit in the original Duke 3D. Like, it does not sound good at all. Also, instead of nudie mags, we've got Pop a Cap. I can only imagine the level of boomer fuddism that has to have. I mean, if you can believe it, people actually complained about the extended 30-round assault magazine clips, saying like, what would you need that for? That's not good for hunting. No, but it is good for defending yourself from crazy people, and we had some crazy people, some absolute crazy people out there. And recently, we had yet another assassination attempt on the president. It's like, oh dear, may you live in interesting times. And yes, indeed, the BFG of this game is vastly superior to the Devastator, which is nothing more than just like a double rocket launcher that really is not that great. The thing about like the Devastator though is I have a little bit of a soft spot for that because that came with the Duke Nukem action figure. Oh crap, we got another Battle Lord. Get out of my face, you bastard. And that one too. But yeah, somebody tried to shoot down the president as of yesterday. That is, what is it, the third time they tried to blast him? Which is, there's gotta be some kind of record, right? And of course the usual suspects are trying to say things like, oh yeah, it was staged. Or, you know, saying stuff, god damn it. Or saying stuff like, oh, the manifesto of the crazy person said that he wanted to use a shotgun because it was more accurate than a pistol. Never let it be said that these psychos know anything about guns. So, yeah, you got people who are saying it's staged. It's one of those things where they'll say it's staged, or like, well, if it wasn't staged, it's fine, or something. It's like, oh my god. I mean, it's not that we live in interesting times, we live in stupid times. You know, two of the 90s Duke Nukem action figures. I mean, they're pretty awesome little figures. Like, they do Duke Nukem really well. I mean, there's a lot of weird action figures that were released in the 90s. We got some Quake 2 action figures, a couple enemies, and I think a guy who's supposed to be like Quake guy, Bitterman, even though he doesn't look anything like him. I don't know if we ever had any Doom action figures back in the 90s. I don't remember seeing them. Actually, I have a little, the one Funko Pop I have is of, Doom Guy. I also have a little plush Doom Guy as well. Now, we've got no health, but we've got water. At least we're not making Duke Nukem drink the toilet water this time. It's like, remember these little water fountains were everywhere? Now, you couldn't pay me to use one of these things. Because, let's be reasonable. The first thing they always cut is maintenance. So it's always kind of interesting to listen to, YouTubers as they get older. I mean, I'm sort of like this weird immortal, although I don't really cut any people's heads off to do the quickening. But you ever look at these people getting older, and it's like they discover stuff that you think they would already know by now. And it's just kind of fascinating to me. It's like these people hit 40 and it's like, oh, welcome to like age 20. It's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Plasma pack. Is that gonna be like, you know, blood, or is it the good stuff? Because I was listening to a YouTuber today talking about how like they didn't really understand the concept of marriage and shit. I mean, I get that there's a lot of people who are kind of ambivalent towards that whole thing, but it's like, it's one, to me, that's one of those things that's like, oh, well, that's just something I'm going to do in my life. It's just where people are like, I'm just gonna date till I die. It's like, really? How mature? And this is coming from a guy who's had some, shall we say, difficulties. I just thought that was kind of interesting to see that somebody finally made it to 40 and realized that. But I was very fortunate to have a fine moral upbringing, so it's not that complicated. Once you get out of Hollywood Holocaust, like, the levels get really good. And this right here really surprised me that this was actually in the N64 version. Because what we're going to have is an awesome bit of destructibility. Now, they removed some destructibility from earlier in the game. I guess they were kind of like saving up for this. Also, I love how these MP5s are completely inaccurate. Go! Go, Duke, go! This level really does not give you much health, though. It's like, oh my god! That is pretty awesome. I mean, especially for N64. Oh yeah, there is that Mark Hamill Easter egg. I don't remember where it's at though. Let me see here. How much jetpack do I have? Okay, let me hide so I can find it. There we go. There it is. I'm actually not gonna waste all that jetpack fuel because I like to use that to sequence break. No, land, Duke. No, land, you bastard. No, I guess that's all there was. Huh. Or is it up here? I think we just came from here. Yeah, we did. They might have added this spot for the, they might have added that spot for, damn it! They might have added that for the N64 port. Might have. I don't remember. It's been too long since I've played default Duke Nukem. Yeah, Medic's gonna try to make it, but he's having some Discordian problems. It's in front of the area you come from. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. If you jump down there, or maybe it's over here. I know the Easter egg you're talking about, but I don't remember how to find it. Just gonna smash that in frustration. But yeah, like, as you get older, you're not supposed to like stuff like this. You're supposed to move on and simply play, I guess, like, RTSs for the rest of your life. But whenever people talk about, like, children's entertainment, I always find that to be kind of an interesting concept, because it's like, okay, is Iron Man Armored Adventures just for kids? And what makes something childish and what makes something not? Now, obviously, as I've stated before, like, you know, like something like Peppa Pig would be childish. Like, that's not something anybody would want to really watch unless you're, like, 5. But Iron Man Armored Adventures is something for, I guess, a younger audience, but it actually, you know, has complex storytelling and such. The main thing about, like, animated shows, especially from the 90s and early 2000s, is the only thing that really differentiates them from anything that's, like, for adults is just the lack of swearing. Yeah, grow up and stop enjoying shit. See, I don't ever listen to, I don't listen to people, so I just kind of do what I want. And so, like, if I want to watch a show meant for, like, young adults, I'm going to. Now, with that in mind, like, YA literature, those books are never long enough or complex enough for my taste. But, although I say that, and I've recently read a YA book, that E-Lit book that I did a video on recently. That would be considered YA, but I'm quite fond of that, actually. That's pretty good. But the thing about it is, also one of my favorite books of all time is a YA book called Wild Side, which is about a in that gear room you can blast a hole so you can sip the monster quadrant later. Gear room. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Got any face huggers? No, not the nice face huggers either. Let's see. Once again, maybe that's in the original release? I don't know. I'm too tired. Yeah, I kind of got out of Duke Nukem for a little while. I really like the game, but like, man, the original Duke 3D just gets kind of boring, whereas this N64 port is just so good. Just before you enter the yellow key room. Oh, okay. Let me see. Before I get shot up by the Battle Lord there. That Battle Lord is ridiculous when it comes to like health and damage potential. I'm surprised I was ever able to beat this game as a kid. Just before you get to the yellow key. Let's see if we can't find that. Is not what you shrink the mini Battle Lord? Okay, I'm not seeing any like not seeing anything. Unless of course that's it, because it's a slightly different color. Nah. We'll just kill the Battle Lord and be done with it. Look up. Unless that's it, but I think we just came from there. It's next to the gear. I'm like dying from like this sludge. Okay, fuck it. We're just gonna beat the level the normal way. We're just gonna beat it the normal way. We can do it live. To your left. I'm not seeing it. One of those things, like when I look at the footage later, I'm like, oh my god, what am I, an idiot? Oh my god, what am I, an idiot? I just saw it. That is, in my defense, that is kind of hidden. Thank you, Hunter of Popsicles. Alright, let's do it. I meant to hit F6, instead we're now in third person mode. I think Medic is still having Discord problems. Medic, if you can hear me, just go on your phone and just say fuck it to your computer. Alright, now we gotta... Now you can blast him with the plasma rifle, and it mostly works. The only thing is, like, the plasma rifle doesn't do that much damage. It doesn't do as much damage as you would think. Blast him! So, like, that's really impressive, right? But it didn't kill him. Zap. Brannigan. Yeah, we got 2 hits. Whereas the rockets would take a little while longer. But you gotta charge it up. So like if he's not in the right area and you're trying to kill him, he will blast you before you can get it charged up in time. But watching like adult entertainment, I don't mean like prawn, it's like it's usually less complicated. I just look at that Armored Adventure show mainly because I'm watching it a lot right now. I'm blasting through all of it, and I'm like, wow, you've got a great complex interplay between characters. Nobody's a complete and total bitch or cunt. Everybody kind of has a point. Like, they brought in Black Widow and Hawkeye, and it's like, oh, these are actually likable characters. Like, the villains are interesting and aren't just one-shot or one-note villains. I kind of like to compare that to, like, Invincible. I've read the comic and I've been watching the show, and the show is pretty simple compared to like Iron Man. It's got a lot of violence. It's got a lot of that. But it just doesn't. It doesn't really impress me that much. Like it's a good enough show, but and the comic was good enough too. But I don't know. I never was a big fan of Robert Kirkman in the first place. I did not. By the time that stupid zombie show, Walking Dead, came out, I was done with zombies and had been. I didn't really care that much about zombies anyway, just because zombies were like, eh. Oh, it's The Walking Dead. It's basically a post-apocalypse. It's basically that generation's post-apocalyptic thing. Like back in the 80s, it was all about the nukes. Then in the 90s, it was some kind of like environmental issue, like some kind of pandemic. And then it's zombies, and now it's like some kind of green stuff, I guess.
I'm a zombie.
I don't know, maybe. My favorite zombie, like, silly zombie thing will always be Fido. Where, like, they have zombies as, like, you know, pets. And to, like, do manual labor. They're basically, like, regular droids from, Star Wars. And finally, you made it! Did Windows 11 finish stealing your identity and selling it to China? I mean, India? I mean, no, I can't say that. We get in trouble.
I just learned a very valuable lesson.
Oh?
Discord does not like VPNs with Tor and Onion routers.
Huh. I do not know. Because I do not know what a Tor
It's like-
is, other than just
it's
Star
like-
Wars.
It says, "Hi, you're in Pittsburgh, but you're also in Copenhagen. How?"
Copenhagen. Häagen-Dazs. It's technically not ice cream. It's an ice cream-like product. Ah, so you got here just in time. We're playing some Duke Nukem 64. The mod with all the great music from the PlayStation version. Yeah, I was playing some PlayStation today, playing some Resistance Fall of Man. And I gotta tell you, it's trying so hard to be Halo, it's not even funny, and it doesn't succeed, like, at all. But it's kind of weird. Resistance Fall of Man is trying to be Halo, but looks like Gears of War. It has, like, the same kind of, like, biopunk enemies that Gears of War does. Did you ever play Resistance Fall of Man?
Oh, a long time ago, yes. I thought it had a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, but it kind of... The lore of Resistance is it's an alternate history thing where, like, the Tunguska meteor back in, like, the 19-teens carried a virus called the Chimera virus, and it's basically this, like, alien intelligence, kind of like the Tyranids from Warhammer 40k. They're intelligent, and they're able to create technology and stuff. It's basically a hybrid of, like, the Grubs from Gears of War and the Flood from Halo. The only problem is, like, it lacks personality. Crap, run!
I like... Well, Nathan Hale is also kind of like the most generic, like, action hero name you can come up with.
That, or, like... Oh, what's the name of that guy? Or Alex. Alex is another one. Or Alec. How many characters in the early 2000s were called Alex or Alec?
Yeah, that's another one. Alec.
They were all named that. Pretty much only Halo ever got it right in having, like, a cool protagonist and a cool world. None of them ever came close, unfortunately. That's why Halo always won. Speaking of Gears of War, I finished Gears of War 3, and it's great. So I started reading one of the Gears of War books that's supposed to take place after Gears of War 3, and I thought it was going to be good, right? You don't know who Michael Stackpole is, but if you did, you'd be like, Michael Stackpole? He's got to be great. Michael Stackpole wrote a bunch of Star Wars books in the 90s, and is considered one of the best Star Wars writers, by me at least. I'm sure Chainsaw would disagree, but, like, I'm a big fan of Michael Stackpole. Unfortunately, I think he drank the Kool-Aid because I like how Duke can, like, swim in the sludge, but if he's got his boots on, he's okay. He's not gonna die if he, like, drinks the radioactive sludge, but so long as his feet are okay, Quentin Tarantino will be happy. But yeah, I think Michael Stackpole has...
some radioactive sludge.
I don't know, it might make you... It might just go to, like, Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I always say
was just
Taco.
thinking how, like, we have, like, cool superpowers.
That sounds the kind of sludge you're gonna be getting.
I want to be super based man.
Super credit check man, right?
That's Mr. Zijing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're not trying to take him down, that's for sure, because he's got all the monies. But let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like that Gears of War book is not good. Like, it is so modern, and it's like you don't notice that it's modern at first, but then they start talking about PTSD and mental disorders, and like, oh my god, it's modern, isn't it? And just the way Marcus Phoenix acts, the fact that Anya is like the one completely in charge. It's like, I don't know that. Here's the thing. Anya, of course, wouldn't just like do whatever Marcus Phoenix said, but in reality, both of them would be much more, you know, equal in what they would do. And then come to find out, and I did not know this, here's a spoiler for anyone who might care about garbage games that take place after original trilogies. Evidently Gears of War got the sequel trilogy treatment, and they killed off all the characters you like, including Anya. It's like, really? You're gonna kill off Anya? Really? You're gonna do that? Ugh. I hate modern day sequel anythings. You know?
Well, you see, you can't have anything that people like, because then they can't give their messaging.
And they can't have the characters just have a happy ending, you know?
No.
Because, I mean, they killed off Cortana in Halo, and they killed off Anya. It's like, why? Why, people? Why, you fucking morons? And the thing is, you know...
I think it's them trying to think like, hey, look, we're cool, we're edgy, we're gonna kill the main character, haha. No one's done that before.
I guess they want to be like, just like George R.R. Martin, right?
Yeah, meanwhile, Naughty Dog's over here like, hold my beer.
Let's see, Marcus, Baird, and Cole are still around. Okay, well that's good. If they killed off Coltrane, I think I'd have to riot for a game that came out 10 years ago, but whatever. Let me tell you this, I'm not going to play Gears of War 4. I'm just not. And I'm not gonna play, I know you think Uncharted 4 is good, but after Uncharted 3, I don't know if I'm ready for Uncharted 4 yet, because my champion is always going to be Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is such a good game. It's such good characters, a great villain. Uncharted 3 is just like mommy issues the video game.
But I will say this, it does have the happy ending you want.
Okay.
It doesn't pull the rug out and say, haha, fuck you, no. No, like, it is every bit the Uncharted you want. Even if I do consider it technically the weakest, it is worth a playthrough because the story is fucking good.
We'll see, we'll see. I did
And
not like...
Claudia Black gets her own DLC.
See, like, to me, it's like, is that something we really need, though? I don't know.
Yes.
So Gears of War 4...
you need it.
We'll see. We'll see. So Gears of War 4 was kind of like Halo 4. It was okay, but the fifth one was just complete trash. So will E-Day be like Halo Infinite? I'm not going to play it. I'm not even going to acquire it legally. Because, I don't know. I don't know. It's like... See, like, even though I've gotten older... Like, I still like video games. I never got so old that I don't like video games. It's just, I don't like bad video games. And I remind everybody, especially those of you who weren't here back at the very beginning of the channel, like, I called 2010's games way too modern to be good. Like, I was complaining about 2010's games as being just, oh, they ruined gaming, man. How little I knew. How little I knew then. So, it's...
Would you rather have Piss Filter back with great story, or gorgeous games with woke bullshit?
They don't even look good, though. That's the thing, they look like shit. It's like, modern day games look good in like a screenshot, but when you actually play them, they don't look that great. Like, so I'll take the Piss Filter and like some imagination any day of the week. Because like, even though, when I look at something like, Residence Fall of Man, I know it's Resistance, but it's an old joke that no one cares about. Resistance Fall of Man, like, that's a pretty advanced game. Oh my god, it's the monolith! To the monolith, we'll gain the advantage. But when you consider that, like, if Resistance Fall of Man was released today, people would like it. So, hold on, this is a part of the game that can get a little confusing, because the game is not at all clear what you're supposed to do. If I'm not mistaken, in order to progress, you go to the other side of the monolith, and it teleports you to where you need to go. And what we're about to see, ladies and gentlemen, is like, this isn't in a Nintendo game? Is this what we really needed in, like, you know, a Duke Nukem game? Now, like, the dead people in the astronaut suits, okay, that's one thing. But we're about to get some grade A gore here, and I'm like, why does this exist? Why did we need this? So, once again, somebody must have gotten dumped. Okay, somebody got dumped bad. And I just died, because I'm an idiot. Somebody got dumped bad. Like, this is somebody, we need to check their browser history. So, like, I don't know if this is in the original Duke 3D release, but, like, we got the dead women. Like, what the fuck is that? Why? Why do you need this? And there's a lot of them. Like, that is legitimately disgusting to me. I do not like it. I do not like it. I do not. And it just seems like so unnecessary for a Duke game. It's like, this is a game about, like, chewing bubble gum and eating wait, we don't want to say that. And then you got that? It's like, what? How do we go from, like, a happy, cheery game to Prey, the original one? It's like, I don't know that Duke Nukem really earned that. And it's just kind of there, and you just move on. It's I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Huh, you were originally going to use a spacesuit. That'd be kind of neat. Okay, let me see the chat here. On E-Day, just one trailer and that's it. Thinking Sony was released Resistance Trilogy. Nope. Resistance, I think, is probably just an also ran. I'm surprised it got 3 sequels. Prefer the 64 weapon sprites to the OG ones. And hello, Cyrus. I prefer the Duke 64 ones. They're more detailed, and there's just more weapons. So I'm a big fan of Duke 64 here. This is my preferred way to play the game. Now we're about to sequence break like you wouldn't believe. Really? We got that guy?
Dear.
Okay, fuck that guy. What'd you say?
Oh dear. Sequence break.
Oh yes, because we got 36 gallons of gas in our jetpack. Now, this level we could have played all of it, but we're Duke Nukem Masters here. I'm gonna grab that atomic health, and all you gotta do is just jump down here, and done. And done. What can I say? I'm just bad. Damn it. Happened again. It's like, that's all you gotta do. Is you just jump down that little... You jump down the hole. Oh my. That solves so many problems, doesn't it? Damn it. Fucking facehuggers. Much prefer this music to the original. So, Triple X, would you want to see John Cena, you know, the China appreciator, as Duke Nukem?
In a perfect world,
No.
you'd already be dead.
Thank you. Everybody's kind of going nuts about it. He was interviewed at like a fan thing, and he was like, they're asking, would you be Duke Nukem? And I'm like, I don't want John Cena as Duke Nukem. For one, he's too old. Like, here's the thing. When it comes to aging, I'm not gonna say like, oh, he should only be somebody's granddad, but he's like, what, 50-something now? For me, if there's gonna be a Duke Nukem, like, live-action thing, I want there to be some young actor that we've never seen before be given a chance to play an iconic character, instead of just using these legacy actors.
We were talking about a live-action Wolfenstein movie,
Yeah.
and the only person I think they could do. Oh wait, who was it? Maybe it wasn't that. Because we were talking about a movie, and I said Brian Bloom, the voice actor.
Oh, a Duke Nukem animated
For,
series.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I mean, the man played Captain America, so he could play Duke Nukem. I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch Brian Bloom do Duke Nukem.
But certainly not, you know, the China appreciator. And I don't mean the wrestler China either. I mean, like,
No.
I lost all respect for John Cena. I'm sure John Cena was a terrible guy anyway in real life, but since all these actors usually are, I know he was a wrestler first, but like when he did like that ransom video for China, speaking Mandarin or whatever, it's like, no, just no. It's like, and he's not a good actor either. Like I've seen, he did some kind of TV show for DC. The guy with like the silver head, whatever the fuck his name is.
Homelander, Peacemaker.
The only reason we couldn't really use John St. John is because John St. John is getting really old, so he may not be with us long enough to make a Duke Nukem TV show. But I mean,
Unless
if they
it was
made
like retired Duke.
yeah, it's like that's the only problem is all these people are unfortunately just getting so old now. I don't like it. Yeah, Peacemaker was god awful and terrible, and he can't act. Like he can't even play, you know, like Chud very well. He just comes off as very disingenuous. Let's see. Kind of peeved about the whole attempt on the press. Going to happen today. Yeah. Yeah, we had another Assassini attempt on the president's life, and all I can say is, you know, let's be reasonable here, people. When they say that people on the right are evil and terrible, I'd like to ask where all the Assassini attempts were on, you know, President Aircraft Carrier. You know, I'm just saying. Where
did you hear what happened with the SPLC the other day?
Oh yeah, the Southern Poverty Law Center. They basically are the ones that are saying everything's racist, sexist, blah blah blah. Well, come to find out, they were actually funding all the racist, sexist, blah blah blahs. Oh dear.
Because nothing drives up successful donations for anti-racism other than successful acts of racism, even
Pretty
when they
much.
are the perpetrators of said racism.
And so I think like that stupid guy that I hate. What the fuck was his name? Nick Fuentes apparently like left the country because he was getting paid by him. It's like, oh dear. Okay, so in the original Duke 3D, you could walk up to the statue of the geisha and she would flash you her porcelain titties. Obviously, you don't have that in this game. But you could do that. Also, we got the Blues Brothers. I like that more than just a random, like, you know, geisha woman. You know, I like the Blues Brothers. That was that's a classic 80s movie. I don't care that they were all like out of their minds on cocaine, you know? I mean, it's the 80s. Who wasn't out of their mind on cocaine, am I right?
I was too young to be out of my mind on cocaine.
And it's, thankfully, you can save the babes. Except for that one. What's the point of that, though? I want to know. It's so dark for, you know, the 90s. Even, like, certainly no modern game would do that unless, like, it was disparaging, like, male characters. But anyway. Fortunately that John St. John officially voiced Duke 3 times in the last 30 years. That is so sad. And yeah, the Bulletstorm, like, Duke Nukem thing was not very good. I mean, he's just kind of there. 3 orange whips. Pfft. I prefer the PlayStation soundtrack to no music because music to me can make or break a game. Damn it. You see, like, Duke Nukem just doesn't seem like it earns the whole, like, oh, you can't save everyone It's like, this is Duke Nukem, okay? This is not like Doom or something. Even Doom doesn't go that far. That's one of the few things I didn't like about Halo 2 is you had to try to protect the female Marines. Because you didn't want to see them die. And of course they were all voiced by Michelle Rodriguez, because why would they not be? She was like the Vasquez of that era. I already hated the aliens. They didn't go that far. Oh, Spec Ops: The Line. Everybody went nuts about that back then. I was kind of ambivalent towards it. I mean, the reason why I've always been ambivalent towards Spec Ops is just I don't know that it was really. People said that, like, it was necessary, man, to like show what real war looks like. And I'm like, okay, but it's not as though like these Call of Duty games at the time were all like pro-war, for war kind of stuff. Like, it had a lot of anti-war stuff in it too. Like, you sent me Triple X the other day some audio recordings of like people getting killed in Modern Warfare 3. Like, that's some dark shit. Now, did you play Spec Ops: The Line?
Wait. I'm trying to remember what I sent you. In
it was some ripped audio from Modern Warfare 2 when the Russians are invading DC.
Oh! The guy that breaks down the radio chatter in the background.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Nobody pays attention to that radio chatter in the background, but when you do, you're like, holy fuck, this is dark.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. Now, there's no way that would actually work in any sort of realistic setting. I mean, once again, the actual Russians in the real world couldn't even invade Kiev or anything, and so there's no way they were getting across the Atlantic with anything intact. Like, it's not gonna happen. Where's the fucking red door? Did somebody paint it black again?
God damn it, I was just about to say that.
It seems like they did.
You motherfucker. I was just about to say that.
And yeah, I decided to stream today because Triple X got some time in between his adulting. So he used to be cool, man. Or like, no. The used to be cool, man, that's okay. You know why that's okay? Because, oh, I think I know where I'm supposed to go now. Because at least that's like something with like some actual confidence. The modern day passive aggressive bullshit. Oh, I gotta find the blue key, which I have not found, to get to where I think I need to go.
Oh, it's in California.
What's in California?
The blue key.
Oh my god. I think we're in California right now in this game. Oh, there's the blue key. Wow, I'm an idiot. I walked past it like 15 times. But no, the passive aggressive thing is like, oh, when people get old, they just don't have time for their friends, man. It's like, oh my god. Just grow a pair, people. Stop complaining. Find solutions to problems. This, of course, is a complete reference to the classic Blues Brothers, where they play like a biker bar, I think, and they play like the theme from Rawhide, which is some cowboy show I've never seen. Now, of course, in the original, you just got like a random geisha chick like shaking her titties. I like how they repurposed the stripper sprite, and it looks the same. They just have a little. She just has a little more clothes on. And there's the unaltered prostitute sprite. I would not pay her any money at all. I like how they put one on the table. Duke, will you ever learn? See, one of Duke Nukem's superpowers is to resist any and all STDs. It's like, he could literally spend like 3 days with SS Sniper Wolf, and he'll be perfectly fine afterwards. No gonorrhea whatsoever. Oh, crap. Oh, you bastard. It's a good thing I saved. And hello, Neji. Yeah, Ramirez defend the Burger Town. I mean, realistically, like, that's a conflict. The whole, like, Red Dawn issue, like, that would have gone nuclear so fast. Once you saw all those Russians heading towards there, Sack would have blown the shit out of them. So, yeah. But you know what? It's fine. It's a video game. It's not meant to be taken that seriously. But I remember that. I remember beating Modern Warfare 3. Really, I like the multiplayer a bit more than the single player, though. I played that quite a bit more. That's one of the few times you'll ever hear me say that. That is a reference to something, but I don't know what. Some random devil-looking guy. So have you ever gone to one of those weird, like, carousel sushi places?
Weird carousel, like shooty type places?
Sushi, you know, like this. You'll see it in the thing. Where it's
Like an Ichiban.
I guess that's what they say.
Yeah, I've been there.
I wouldn't know. I'm from Texas. I'm sure there's places like that here, but I've never been. I have gone to one of those Benihanas, though, where they, like, make the food at your table. That was fun. But other than that, it's like, meh?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's cool and all, but meh. Give me a nice steak any day. I had a nice steak today. Duke himself in DNF is kind of a plot point. Is a clone of General Graves. Mom MILF clothes. There's a COD game that does take place a little bit in Nam, and that's Black Ops 1. Red Dawn, the movie. Craig's hand on because it's a dumb gun movie teenagers because it showed what America under communism would look like. Yeah, it looks like Portland. Yeah, Red Dawn is kind of a scary movie to watch because you just see... But it's also more complex than people make it out to be, because, like, the Cuban colonel is actually, like, saying, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't, like, slaughter all the civilians, and he actually lets Patrick Swayze's brother, like, go at the end of the movie, and it's a very heroic character. People forget about that. Yeah, Red Dawn's pretty good, but it's just disturbing to see America get invaded. It's not really realistic that such a thing could happen, but it's like, I don't want to have to shoot any Russians. There's actually a big, like, bunch of forum posts on that from, like, the early 2000s that kind of flesh out the Red Dawn verse. They weren't able to reactivate the Battleship Texas, but they did install a missile battery on there. Wow, I can't talk today. A movie, America. I've seen that. COD World War I. I don't know that could work just because there's not enough automatic weapons. Battlefield Juan tried that, and it was basically a diesel punk game. I always hate it when people call stuff steampunk when it really isn't. Steampunk is late 1800s. Diesel punk is early 1900s. So, like, Wolfenstein is diesel punk with a little bit of atom punk thrown in. Anything that uses, you know, gasoline or diesel can't, by definition, be steam. But, like, all the normies, man, they just don't get it, man. Yeah, Shrapnel City is much more, it's much more, like, realistic, whereas those sci-fi levels are kind of esoteric. They could kind of take place anywhere. Now, there's a Easter egg in the original PC release where you can find the crew of the Enterprise D. I'm not sure if it's in this version of the game. I mean, I can kind of live without the big D. I could live without it just a little bit. Especially since this RPG actually has animated missiles. And that PSX soundtrack. Oh, it's beautiful. You know, you PlayStation fans and your Red Book audio, pfft, you think you're so good because you can put your CDs in, like, CD players and play them. You know what? We like our cartridge music, damn it. We don't even need music. We can make our own music with Blackjack and... Well, I don't. Steampunk kind of sucks most of the time. Kerosene punk, yeah, I can see that. I really like that one Russian officer. It might have been the Spetsnaz captain, where he has like this really awesome like submachine gun. It's actually a Polish submachine gun, and in real life it's not actually any good, but it looks awesome though. Okay, let's go ahead and save.
Are you referring to the Breitling?
The what?
The Breitling?
Okay, say again.
You're talking about really awesome submachine guns?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Breitling?
The Breitling. I don't know what that is, or if I do,
Maybe I'm mistaking the. Yeah, I'll do it after the stream.
Because it's a Polish submachine gun, so I'd probably have some name that no one in America could ever pronounce. Blast him. The CD player on the PS1. I mean, there was a time when like CD players were ridiculously expensive. You remember Wayne's World, where like they get $5,000 and they go and spend like $2 grand of it just on a CD player.
Yeah, with 5 seconds skip protection.
Can you imagine that? I didn't get a CD player until I was like until the early 2000s, when I got a portable CD player. It also coincided when I could actually write my own CDs. I thought it was so awesome to be able to have like, you've got, you know, ZZ Top, and then Black Sabbath, and then Ozzy, and then like Judas Priest, all on the same CD.
Priest.
Yeah, all on the same CD. It's like, oh my god. The Gymatic also appears in Cobra. Nice. No, so port. It's an exotic combination. Exactly. Mass Effect demo is almost less than a month away. Awesome. Can't wait to play it. The Beast from 1988, directed by Kevin Reynolds. I haven't heard of that one. A Polish SMG made by a teenager. Okay. Oh, it's the Gymatic. Okay. Yeah, I never got into Thief. I've tried playing it. Did you ever try to play Thief, Triple X?
Once, yes.
And did you die on the first level?
And I never touched it again.
I get that, like, I know it's a classic. I know everybody loves it, but it's like, blech. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around. There's a line that I really like in Gears of War 3, where like, Marcus and the crew are trying to like sneak a little bit, and like you can fuck it up easy and the game doesn't care, and Marcus is all like, screw this stealth shit, smoke him, and you just start shooting the grubs. It's like, yes, thank you.
Bad news.
Oh no.
Disaster has befallen me.
What?
I'm on my patio watching the stream, and there's about 15 deer making their way towards me.
Shoot him! I mean, yeah, shoot him.
I'm not armed!
Yeah, well, you need to get your 270 Winchester and harvest us some sweet, sweet, sweet venisons.
I was thinking more of like the M60 pig.
No, they'll damage the meat. It's like, venison is very, very delicious and very expensive.
Oh, fuck yeah, the venison is tits.
I don't get much of that shit. Thief is kind of cool, but it's super long. Yachty-matic. Okay. Yeah, mid-game saving is always annoying. Or the lack of it, I should say. System Shock 2, still need to play it. Still need to play some System Shock 2. I was going to do a Let's Play of it about 10 years ago, and ultimately that kind of fell through. Okay, I have no band-aids. No band-aids. Honestly, if I was going to play a Thief game, it would probably be the 2014 version just because it would have all those quality of life things. I know that the Thief game is basically just a ripoff of Dishonored, but I like Dishonored. It's like a stealth game for stupid people, like me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Dishonored can be pretty fucking hard, though, at times.
Yeah, but like, you've got that teleportation move, so like you don't have to be really good at stealth to like get off level 1, you know? Yep, I knew I was gonna die when I hit the ground. No, don't fall, Duke! I need health so badly. Oh yeah, there's gonna be another Alien Isolation game, isn't there? I love how the teaser trailer literally lasts like a second. And I think all you see is like the logo. It's like, oh my god, the logo! I've never seen... Wait, say again?
Spooky logo.
Like, oh man, I've never seen one of those before. We'll see. I mean, come on, it's 2026. It's unlikely it's gonna be any good. But maybe it will be. Maybe it will. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Damn it. I ain't holding my breath. Now, there's going to eventually be, when all your adulting is done, a little, after-action report on, Alien Isolation, because I haven't really talked about it since, like, 2020. So that's 6 years ago. Oh, dear. But my opinion on that game has changed a little bit. It's a good game, but like, it's just a hard game to want to like come back to because it does last so long. It's like, oh my god, that game takes forever to beat. I think the gameplay kind of gets a little repetitive as time goes on as well.
Yeah, it does. I ain't gonna lie. And there was that whole, you know, spoiler alert, where you jettison the alien and you're like, well, that's it for that. Up until they're like, oh no, way more aliens.
Yeah. I would prefer an Aliens FPS, but where you don't play as, and I'm not making this up, I swear this is true, I did a video on this. This is a real character, a diverse woman of color that's also disabled. Yes, there is an Aliens FPS where you play as that character, and I reviewed it last year. It's not bad, but oh my god, they were taking every box they could possibly think of, you know? I mean, that's just insulting. Like, can you imagine, you know, like, imagine you were a diverse individual that had a disability. Would you want to actually play as one, though? I'm just saying.
No. I've had this conversation with other people, and it's like, if you're wheelchair bound, you don't dream about being a wheelchair fighter. You dream about running and jumping and kicking people.
And so, yeah, I mean, I like how the pig cops are just like staring at the wall. I don't even want to know what they're doing over there. They're doing nothing now because they're bunches of guts. Let's see, phone's charging on the PS4. Huh. Let's see. Good as you can't even jump except in marked locations. Well, that's annoying. Play that one user map that's full of tight hallways with fake walls. Ugh, no. Yeah, I would like another Aliens vs. Predator game. I mean, it's not hard to make, but once again, I guarantee you'd probably play as a diverse, you know, disabled person again. That's why anything that reeks of the modern, I just can't stand, because it's so fake. It's so disingenuous. Like that Gears of War 3 book, it's just like... You can immediately tell when something was written in like the 2020s. We'll see if Mando and Grogu can like break that and actually be good, but I'm pressing every X to doubt. Oh yeah, Triple X, did you see the trailer for the new Street Fighter movie?
No, but Najee ran it past me.
Alright. As I mentioned in last night's stream, the only Street Fighter anything you need to see is not just is not necessarily the Raw Julia version, but instead the anime. And I'll tell you why. The Chun-Li shower scene. Oh my, you see everything. Okay, you see all of the Chun-Li-ness. The Chun-Li-ness. And let's put it this way, those Japanese animators, they like the female form. Oh yes, they did. Damn it! Fucking Battlelord. I got like 12. Do I seriously have no health? Okay, yeah, I got nothing. I'm screwed.
Oh dear.
Although, when I say like the, you just got to try to find the unrated like English dub, because you want to see the Chun-Li scene, of course, but the English dub is hilarious. Like it is. The English dub is really, really fun, and also Bryan Cranston is actually one of the characters in one of his earlier roles before he became, you know, the HAL 9000. And also Walter White. I still think Breaking Bad's a little overrated for what it is, but whatever. Are there Doom fan maps where the Severed Demon appears as a regular enemy? Yes, there's a whole bunch of those. People like to be assholes when they make some of those maps. Italian breadcrumb chicken, not bad. Oh, the flood zone level. Okay, this level is fucking annoying. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, this level is really annoying if you don't know what to do. You can find yourself doing laps all goddamn day long. Because where you need to go is literally behind a wall that looks almost like every single wall in the game. It is, in a word, goddamn ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna use our jetpack. It's one thing, another thing I hate about Reddit is like, oh, nobody's gonna ever have a jetpack because they're impractical. It's like, oh, fuck off, Reddit. Why don't you go try to? Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke. Oh yeah, evidently, the attempted Assassini was an independent developer. One wonders, right? One wonders. Now, have you read anything about like what that idiot was trying to do and all the rest? The presidential assassin. Triple X, you still there? Hello?
I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere.
You and your adulting. Who needs sleep? Just slam about 50 Red Bulls. You'll wake up and then have a heart attack, but whatever.
I'm actually drinking a Monster orange creamsicle drink. It is so good.
I never really liked those energy drinks. They never gave me enough energy.
I don't like them either, just because to me they're like not really good for you. But if you want that jolt, man, 10 out of 10, and it tastes good as hell.
I remember trying to drink some of those monsters back in the ancient days, and they tasted like rancid Sprite mixed with urine. Not that I would know.
Yeah, my sister and I used to say the same about Red Bull, how it tastes like, you know, piss strained through a sweaty gym sock.
Yeah, those were not good. They were not.
Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've done a lot of kinky things, but I have never, ever in my life drank anything strained through a gym sock.
That would be bad, yes.
That was a double joke.
I'll have to take your word for it. My brain's
I
tired.
negated not saying the one thing just to say I never did the lesser of the two gross things.
I guess that was your trip to Germany, huh?
It. Yes, my inner German's coming out. I am sorry. Achtung!
Yeah, there was a book I read a long time ago, in a galaxy.
Hey, wait a minute. What does that say? What does that
What?
flashing neon say?
I think in the original game it was like something sexual, but I think here it just says hotel. We'll come back to it in just a second.
It looked like it said something naughty. I swear to Christ, I saw a gamer word.
No, I think it just says hotel. Another battle lord. I do not like battle lords. They're annoying. They made a fan named Doom 1 engine. I don't want to be called Doom 3 Exorcism. Yeah, there is a Doom 3 like made in the original Doom engine. I don't know if it's actually good or not. Red Bull tastes like leaded gasoline. And then Green Monster is shit. Yes, it is. Yui Bowl is not a hack directory. He's trolling genius. Well, I mean, he did make that Postal movie, which was very much like the game. So there's that. I never played Postal 1, but I did play Postal 2. And Postal 2 is definitely an interesting experience. A very dated experience. Because how many people would even know who Gary Coleman is?
Did you ever see the movie Rampage?
You know, there's two different ones. One by Yui Bowl, which is actually supposed to not be too bad, and then one with The Rock that's based upon the classic N64 game, Rampage World Tour.
Well, then there's a third movie.
No?
It's about a young man who gets fed up with life, and he builds a bulletproof suit head to toe.
Yeah, that's the Yui
and goes
Bowl
on
one.
a small. Is it?
Yeah, that's one of his better movies because it's not complete ridiculous trash.
I always thought that might actually have made a better Postal movie than Postal.
But then that would have lacked a lot of the comedy. Because have you ever played any of the Postal games?
No.
Okay, so then that really wouldn't, because Postal's not like that. That says, oh my god, you're right, that does look kind of like a certain word, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Let's see, Alley Cat Lounge, but that's not what that looks like if you just look at it quickly. It's like, oh my, how do they get away with that in a Nintendo game, I wonder?
Yeah, I don't mean to point that out on stream, but I was like, that does not say what I think it says.
Okay, so here's where the game gets annoying if you don't know what you're doing. Which I did not when I first played this. I'm running out of scuba gear.
Do you know what scuba stands for? 2 points on offer.
Oh man, I don't. I know. I can't remember what it stands for, but I know it stands for. Yeah, fuck it. I give up. I'm too tired.
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna pause so I don't run out. Oh, I got plenty of oxygen. Okay. If you don't know that one of these walls is slightly transparent, when the stream catches up with my gameplay, tell me if you see it. If you didn't know to look there, you'd be like, where the fuck do I go? It's slightly transparent. You have to find that. If you don't, you can't progress in the level. Unless I guess you cheat, but it's just one of those things that, like, oh man, if you don't know to look right there, you're fucked. You are screwed.
Please tell me Michael Douglas didn't die.
Michael Douglas? Where do you see that?
Agnostic made a quote, and it says "Rip Defense," and I'm like, please tell me he's just talking about the character and not the actor.
It's probably the character. Michael Douglas isn't that old. 5-hour energy. Oh, I know that. Sometimes that pops into my head like, what did I do to my body when I drank that? So, about 12 years ago in the year 2014, I was dealing with some emotional issues, and I decided to drive all the way across the country to Utah. It doesn't really matter why. It's stupid no matter what.
I know why you drove there.
Well, I know you know, but I'm not gonna like say it.
I know exactly why you drove there.
Because if you're gonna leave home for a little while at least, thankfully I came back within like 6 months, but you would not want to go to like a non-based location, right? But anyway, I did not stop at any hotel, so I drove for 24 hours straight, and those 5-hour energies do not last 5 hours. Let's put it that way. But I kind of cringed when I think what I was doing to my body. It's like I think I was in my early 20s.
More like hour and a half energy.
Yeah, that is more like it. And I'm the kind of guy that I don't drink soda pops, I don't drink anything but just water. You know? I'm drinking water right now. So,
You know what my favorite thing is to drink, honest to God, and you can laugh at me if you want. But I love a bottle of water with like a Crystal Light packet mixed in for flavor.
I can see that. See, the thing is, like, I like the taste. If I ever moved to a different state, I'd have to do that because I've tasted water from out of state, both California and Utah, and it tastes like shit. Well, that's not actual fecal matter, but you know what I mean.
Dude, I swear to God, the more we talk, the more I fall in love with you. I thought I was the only one who had that problem.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
can't stand water. Like, the only water that's ever tasted good out of the faucet was when I lived in the north side.
well, I never drank tap water. I don't drink tap water. I drink like spring water, but like unless it comes from like Texas, it tastes like shit. Tap water is like,
You know what? The best water I ever drank in my life, aside from when I was in a coma and I stole that glass of water, was when you were a kid with your friends and you'd go to that cool person's house that had the garden hose that let you drink from it. That was the best.
see, I'm gonna basically make myself look bad. You see, like I did drink out of the garden hose, but I remember this is in the 90s, by the way, because I'm old enough that I was a 90s kid, you know. However, I remember when somebody asked if I wanted to drink something, my first instinct wasn't garden hose water. It was actually a Sprite. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have a Sprite, thanks. And they handed me a garden hose. Like, what the fuck is this? That legitimately happened. That legitimately did indeed happen. I didn't say what the fuck is this because you don't swear in Texas, but at least not at that time. But it's like, what? What's this garden hose? I don't want that. So yeah. What can I say?
When we were kids, we knew every house that was cool, that didn't care if we used the garden hose as long as we like hung it back up.
Yeah, but to me,
we never went in. We never went in. If you went in, there was always a risk that you weren't allowed back out.
See, that's the thing. That's why I'm proud to be from Texas, because I don't have to worry about that kind of shit. Or maybe it's just because
And two, our age also helps because we remember a time where we had to be creative with our imagination.
Yeah, that's a fact. But like, no, like for me, you gotta remember, I'm not like a city kid, so that wasn't like, oh, you can't go back out there, Johnny boy. Instead, it's like, come back when you can. That sort of thing. Tap water tasted better in... Let's see, hold on. Crystal Light Lemonade. Yeah, that stuff's not too bad. Michael Douglas is 81. Oh my god. And hello, Riley. Yeah, $50. I got a few of those. My favorite one will always be the Texas Centennial. Look, if you're from Texas, you gotta be proud that you're from Texas, okay? And I'm one of those horribly, like, jingoistic Texas kind of guys, as you might imagine. So I have my Texas Centennial $50. I do not want to say how much I paid for it, but I was very happy to have it. And when state quarters were a thing, I collected I would not spend a Texas quarter. Because
I
Texas.
still have that Texas quarters with your name on it.
I appreciate it. But I never spent my Texas quarters. I always saved them because there's the red key. I thought somebody painted it black, but they didn't. Because then they would get in trouble for cultural appropriation. We can't have that, can we?
No.
Uh-oh, Reddit's not gonna like us today. City and country. Yeah, the 1963 quarters did indeed. The old quarters did indeed have silver in them. Got a few of those in my collection. Yeah, earlier I was talking about how, like, I always find it annoying when, you've got some of these idiots on social media saying, like, when you get a certain age, you can't enjoy certain things because you're too old to enjoy it. You know, like, animated shows that are supposed to be for kids or something. And how, I'm a big fan of Iron Man Armored Adventures. I've been watching the whole thing just back to back. Binge watching it, as the cool kids have been known to say. And some would say that at age 37, you should not watch such a thing. But I'm like, okay, why not? It's my choice to watch what I want to watch. Now, there are exceptions. Like, you wouldn't want to watch, like, Peppa Pig, assuming that's animated.
No Peppa Pigs.
But, you know, like, Iron Man Armored Adventures is every bit as good as any sort of, like, mature show. It just doesn't have a lot of blood or the sexy times in it. Which, I don't know that too many shows...
If Peppa Pig made a bodysuit and, like, blew shit up, I'd watch that.
I don't know. Climb trees, we'd swing from a tree. That's awesome. Superman the Animated Series. Yeah, that is a classic. It is more mature than just about any Superman show ever released. I mean, same thing with Batman the Animated Series. And that's the thing. I don't feel bad about saying that I like those kind of shows. I think, like, for the logic I think they're using, if they're using any logic at all, which they probably aren't, is that, oh, when you reach a certain age, you would find it so immature that you shouldn't be able to derive any enjoyment from it. But it's like, come on. If you ever watch, like, Justice League, oh my god, once they were on cable, holy crap, I rewatched an episode of that a couple days ago where, like, there's this purple guy, I forget his name, that puts this plant on Superman that makes him, like, imagine his ideal life, and at the end of the episode he basically has to leave and everybody dies in front of him. It's like, holy shit, you know, for kids. So yeah, I mean,
nothing says you know, edutainment for kids than genocide.
And so it's like, how is that? And the thing is, like, what the difference between that and, say, something like Invincible is an incredibly simplistic show, by the way. But, you know, it's got the blood, and they say the F word, you know. It's like, that doesn't make it, you know, mature. Batman Beyond, oh my god, Batman Beyond, that is a dark-ass show. The thing I like about that Iron Man show is Batman Beyond is basically teenage Batman. It's a new Batman named Terry McGinnis, but he's a teenager. That show is fucking dark. The Iron Man show, season 1 is nice, light entertainment. It's happy entertainment. Okay, it's something happy, you know. We live in a world where they just tried to shoot the president again. Again, this is not the first time. This is literally the third time in as many years that they've tried to take out the president. So, you know, you want to watch something happy. Second season is a lot more dark. They bring in Dr. Doom, and they actually make him cool and give him a really scary, distorted voice. Okay, we just took some vitamin X by accident. Pick up the med kit. Or do I already have it? Yeah, I guess I must have. Okay. We got vitamin X. It's like, I need to take my peptides. You ever look at like social media, Triple X, and it's like all these gun tubers talking about how they're on like every drug known to man because they feel like they're low T. It's always kind of disturbing, I think. Peppa Pig Cop. And hello, X Grilson. Just watched Invincible. The animation looks... The animation's okay in that Invincible show. Like, it's obviously not the best, but when you consider that, like, they're trying to pay a bunch of famous actors... That's another thing about modern animation. It's like they want to have, like, all the famous actors. It's like, come on, just get voice actors so you don't have to have half the budget go to one guy. Let's see, never watched Invincible. Okay, Stripperella. Oh, Stripperella. I remember that. That was on Spike TV. As a young whippersnapper, I really wanted Stripperella to be like way sexier than it was. It had Pamela Anderson, right? I was very disappointed that it didn't have that much cheesecake. It's more like, you know, a cheese muffin almost, or you know, it was a cheesecake muffin. It was very disappointing.
I don't know how I feel about a cheesecake muffin.
Well, it's like, do you want like a nice slice of cheesecake, or do you want like a tiny little cheese morsel?
Good point.
Like the Queen song, I want it all. Except nothing but the best. Have very high standards for everything. Have the money for better animation. Let's see, the thing is, theoretically they have money for the animation, but they'd rather just give them a big paycheck instead of actually, you know, putting it into the actual stuff. Because, like, does Rings of Power look like it's worth the $80 badillion they paid for that? And of course it's, you know, not a show that anyone would actually want to watch. Oh no, is this gonna be the one I think it is? No, it's not. Good, because I don't know if I want to try to do Area 51 on stream, because that's an annoying thing. Batman meets a Batman from a far future and then tries to kill him to save the future. I think there's a comic based on that, but... And we got a 3D animated water tower. I mean, sometimes the console ports can be better. Sometimes. Let's see. The Boys is pretty bland, yes. It is just the same old generic shit that you see, like, in any kind of modern day TV. The thing about, like, Invincible is even the comic wasn't very good, but I'll tell you, they changed up a few things to make it extra modern for the for the modern audience. And one of the things they do is one of the villains is a guy named Conquest. That's his name. And in the comic, he's kind of just, you know, a big bruiser kind of villain. Oh no, in the show, this is a meme now. For some reason, they have this Conquest guy give this speech of like, I'm so lonely. No one likes me. And he's like, and then he starts beating the crap out of the Invincible character. It's like, let me ask you something, Triple X. If you're an evil villain, would you confess to the guy you're about to, like, eradicate how lonely you are? I think Triple X fell asleep. We need to give him some 5-hour energy.
I did not.
He fell asleep.
Why would I confess? Why would I confess to somebody?
Well, no, like, I was talking about how, like, there's a villain named Conquest, and in the TV show Invincible, he's all like, he's talking to the hero, he's all like, I'm so lonely, people don't like me. It's just so stupid.
I can't stand when a villain is, like, trying to be, like, sympathetic.
But he's not even that. He's not even sympathetic. He's still just a one-eyed bastard that wants to kill everybody and does. But just like out of the blue, he like leans up to like Invincible and he's all like, "I'm just so lonely, man." It's just, oh man, it's so bad. Secondary fire modes for FPS games. I kind of like it. It's a little bit of complexity, but you know, half the time you forget the secondary fire's even there, so it never gets used that much. Primitive War.
Is your phone with you?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
got it. Let's see. Primitive War. No, I have it sitting on my hard drive. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I've not read the book either. Although I am aware that it is a book. Just haven't gotten around to it. 'Cause I've been watching me a lot of Iron Man. Let's see. Do you like a grenade as part of your weapons belt? Do you like dedicated separate grenade button? I like the separate grenade button because it's hard to like bring out the grenade and then throw it. Because like by the time you've done that, you're either dead or you could have just used a different weapon entirely. So I definitely am a big fan of the G key because it makes it so much more efficient. And you don't accidentally blow yourself up. Is that he told Mark that because Mark wasn't going to live to tell anyone? I get that, but it's like, would he really do it though? It just, I don't know. It just seems like that's the over-emotional stuff. I mean, I like emotional storytelling as much as the next man, but it's like, it's just, I don't know that we needed that. Like, can you imagine like Darth Vader being all like, "Luke, I'm so lonely in this suit." It's like, I don't see that happening, you know? I just like, I feel like that kind of cheapens the character a little bit. Kind of reduces the malice codicillium. Secondary mode to replace iron sights. Klondike bar or bomb pop? Klondike bar. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you vote communist? Never. Better dead than never mind.
Ooh. I don't know, General. I might have to disagree with you on that one.
Wait, voting communist or a Klondike bar?
Klondike bar.
Well, just remember, if you vote communist, the Klondike bar is going to be made out of sawdust and human semen. I mean, where do you think they can get the chocolate the vanilla filling? They're not going to be making ice cream. They're going to be making like boilerplate for tanks.
Those red, white, and blue bomb pops are delicious.
They'll be made out of blood and viscera.
Have you ever had the astronaut ice cream sandwiches?
Oh man, a long time ago.
Oh, they're better than regular ice cream sandwiches, in my opinion.
I haven't had one in a very long time. This is the episode 3, Shrapnel City. Where Duke Nukem is back in Los Angeles. As is not glorious in the pun. I've never been to Los Angeles. I've only ever been to Sacramento, and then only a very small part of that. Just Barnes and just someone's house, and then Barnes and Noble, and the movie theater where I went to see the first Avengers. And I will tell you this: Avengers 1, meh. I even felt it was meh at the time. The most memorable thing about that particular movie was a guy in the theater had a really funny cough that became a bit of a meme. He was like, and it's like, wow. I never forgot the cough. The movie though, the movie is just bleh. Summer of '96 was the first time I tried a Klondike bar. Fish sticks, bleh. Peaches, however.
Don't tell me fish sticks are off limits.
Fish sticks are a big fat meh to me. I mean, I'm not a big fish guy, you know. Fish, I'm ambivalent towards the fishies.
I don't like the fish either, but I like fish sticks.
Yeah, the second Captain America movie, I don't know if I want to do Area 51 just because. Let's see how much time we got. Yeah, we don't have time for Area 51. But I don't know if we can actually progress. I think we have to do Area 51, don't we? 3D Realms,
How
Prop
about
Department.
Area 51, the arcade game?
It's a classic. Peach iced tea. Okay, my brain immediately went to that god-awful BVS. In BVS, and I swear this is true. This sounds like I'm joking or making it up. Have you seen BVS, Triple X?
BVS.
Batman v Superman?
No.
Okay, thank God whatever God you may or may not believe in, you never saw it, because BVS, in this movie, Lex Luthor literally urinates in a bottle and gives it to a U.S. senator, and it's labeled peach tea. You might be asking. You might be asking why. Also, the guy playing Lex Luthor is the guy who played Mark Zuckerberg. So yeah. So yeah, it was not good. Yeah, we're
Now
skipping
every time I
Area
think of peach tea, I'm going to be thinking of that.
50. You're welcome. If I have to suffer, so do you.
Misery
It's like-
loves company.
It's like, oh my God, that movie was bad. It was 3 hours of garbage. You can see why the Snyderverse died. Zack Snyder cannot make a movie to save his life. Except for Watchmen.
You know, if there's one person that really hates him is Lynn Cara.
Bay War. Tonight at 9 p.m. I'd watch Bay War.
You ever see the Jesse Eisenberg movie American Ultra?
No, never even heard of it until I read the second. Also, drink wonderful cola. Go on.
You know what MK Ultra is, right?
Yes. You know, it's kind of
Well,
crazy.
imagine like. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, it's kind of crazy. That actually was talked about on PBS of all things back when I was a kid. Like that, they didn't hide it. They didn't say it was, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. They talked about it. That was back when even mainstream media had to be somewhat honest, believe it or not. But go on about it.
So, I watched American Ultra, and it was kind of like if Pineapple Express was like. Imagine Pineapple Express meets Jason Bourne meets Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Huh. That doesn't sound too bad.
No, it was actually really good.
But Jesse Eisenberg, I guess he kind of moved on from acting and is now doing whatever he does. I am glad I have never been on a subway in my life. Imagine being stuck in a sardine can with a bunch of psychopaths.
We have a subway, but I never ever ride it.
Yeah, unless you have like a gorget on.
I wouldn't go without a full hazmat PPE.
Okay, let's use our jetpack, our wolf pack. Oh yeah, 300 wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I haven't seen that in a long time. Dawn of the Dead remake wasn't too terrible. But I have not seen 300 in a long time. And I can either confirm or deny that MK Ultra could be responsible for anything. It's probably just orbital wobble. And no one's gonna ever get that
Orbital
joke.
wobble.
Cool.
That's from a classic Spoonie video. Ugh. Ooh. Ugh. To think that there was a time when I used to sit on a solid wood chair for hours at a time to play video games.
Do you have a gamer chair now?
Yeah. But when I was a kid, the computer was at the kitchen table, and I would play games on it for hours and hours and hours. It was the most uncomfortable wooden chair you could ever imagine. But you know what? I had buns of steel back in those days. I guess when you get old, you just need like an ergonomic cushion or something. Enemy assaulting train. Oh my god. Jesse Eisenberg and Michael Cera. They both kind of look the same, I think. I need to look at. Oh yeah, you sent me a message. I forgot. I got stuck. I got too busy playing the game. Okay.
No, that's okay. Just so you got some context why.
Alright. Now, okay, now see, it automatically transitions to the explosive shells. If you don't know that, you'll blow yourself up every time. Well, I kind of need those right now. Dragon's Breath rounds.
Did you see they make them for pistols now?
That is very weird, and kind of cool, I guess. Now imagine you had like a belt. Imagine you had like a belt-fed like pistol caliber carbine, and just a whole bunch of those. You'd better be rich, because that shit would be very expensive. That reminds me, gun tubers are annoying. The reason I say they're annoying is because they obviously have a lot of money. So every gun that doesn't cost like $2,000 or doesn't come from their sponsor is apparently garbage. So like, I've got a Palmetto State Armory AK, and I've had it for the last 6 years. I put like 2,000 rounds through it. No problems. But evidently those things are supposed to blow up.
Let me guess. On the 3,000th round.
Yeah, I guess. But if you buy like the Riley Tactical or whatever, the tactical awesome gun that costs like $4,000, man, it'll never fail you, man. So, I've always found it funny that I love that I'm making Duke Nukem drink toilet water to get more health. Just drink the toilet water, Duke. You'll feel better. I mean, it is potable water, but whatever. So if you needed to regain health, would you drink toilet water? Oh, you drank that to get health. You actually ended up drinking, what was it, plant water? I think.
Yeah. Plant water.
But would you drink Duke Nukem branded toilet water? It's.
You know. Probably.
Okay.
I drank toilet water too. I told you you can drink the water from the back of the tank.
This is true. I remember reading a zombie book that touched on that, where the guy was trying to escape Britain because, of course, he didn't have a gun, right? Trying to escape, and he would basically break into houses and drink the toilet water. I mean, hey, whatever. If you gotta do what you gotta do to not die of thirst. Okay, which would be worse though? Duke Nukem's toilet water, or what was it? Pokemon's like bath water?
Oh yeah, Belle Delphine.
Oh, whatever. Okay, so you're in a desert, right?
Oh, but Belle Delphine though, yummy.
Okay, you're in a desert. Which would be? You have to choose Duke Nukem's toilet water or Belle Delphine, whoever the fuck that is, bath water.
You know, just because I want to die a man, Belle Delphine.
All right. Oh no. Okay, we've got a movie poster for Come Get Some, which is clearly a Clockwork Orange, and then 13 Dookies, which is, if you don't know your 90s movies, 13 Monkeys was a 90s movie about time travel that had Bruce Willis in it.
Bruce Willis and Brad Pitt.
I didn't remember that. Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, he was the leader of the Dookies.
And Brad Pitt, God. Brad Pitt goes wrong. Are you excited for Turok Origins? Not really. The thing about it is, since it's a Saber Interactive thing, you know it's going to be slop. Because that's all they make is slop. It's going to be a co-op slop game. It'll basically be like every other co-op slop game ever made, so... I'm sure it'll be somewhat playable, but... To me, it looks like it's going to be a big, fat meh. Let's see, urge to buy this for the N64 and play it on that. I mean, you could. Spam the button to get a shit ton of health super fast. There's a gun slash mod that is just because you can doesn't mean you should. Ooh, there's a lot of those. Like that half shotgun, half rifle thing from the 90s. That's just so unnecessary. Like, I would never recommend that. Let's see. Ice creams? No, candy cigarettes. Like ice cream cigarettes.
Ooh,
Yeah,
candy cigarettes are tits.
Okay, so yes, I'm old enough to have had candy cigarettes, and the candy like cigars. They were gum cigars. They were gum. I've had those.
Yep. And you could blow on them, and the sugar would look like smoke.
I never could do that, but like I'd chew them up. You could get like a pink and a blue one. I don't really know why they chose those colors, but I think the blue one was
Boy
better
and girl.
Really, that was it? Huh.
Gender, yeah, they were originally gender reveal cigars.
Okay. How little I knew. What's the deal with like a gender reveal? I never heard of that until like they started burning down like half the world because of those stupid gender reveal things. I swear, I never heard the words gender reveal at any time in my life until I was like in my late 20s when they like burnt down half of California because apparently that somebody had that.
So they used to do them like, and they were like really simple. Like you would have like a box, and inside the box would be confetti, and it would either be pink or blue. But then people started to get really fucking like crazy with it, and they started adding tannerite to it.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. As you might presume, there was no such gender reveal thing for me, because my family that didn't go in.
Do you watch? You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna self-veto myself, and I will tell you this after the stream.
Okay. Let's see, boss.
I don't personally. I don't think it's something that wouldn't be allowed on YouTube, but I'm just going to be cautious.
All right. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. Better safe than
Things
me
I
having
think would be safe might not be safe to use. So I hate to blue ball you, chat, but message me on Discord. I'll tell you what it was.
It's like I can't be that sunglasses guy. Razor Fist. Yeah, Razor Fist. That's the guy. I can't be him. Or as I like to call him, the edgy spoony one.
Razor Kill. I like that.
Razor Kill actually is a guy now that I think of it. He's a fairly infamous 40k lore tuber that everybody hates because he's an annoying Australian man. I think we're getting close to the end of the game, thankfully. Can I get the game beaten in 2 days? Because it isn't that long of a game. It's about 4 hours, which is about as long as you'd want from Duke Nukem, I think. And yeah, everybody's been getting scraps for a long time when it comes to any of this Turok business. I wonder if they use some hexen sound effects, because I've heard like the Etten like growl or whatever. Oh, come on, get it. Really? How did that miss? Snap into a Slim Jim. Dunkaroos. Never heard of that.
Ooh, Dunkaroos were good.
Sounds like one of them Yankee things. We don't do them Yankee things around here.
Do you remember okay, this had to have been in your time too. When you would go to school and you'd pack a lunch and you'd get the little thing of crackers and there'd be like 6 cracker sticks and there'd be like a little tiny tub of like cheese.
Yeah, I remember those.
Did you do like I did and eat all the crackers and save the cheese for like the very last cracker?
No, because like I found the crackers boring. They were shallow and
Well,
pedantic.
that's the point. The cheese was the best part.
Well, you say cheese. I'm sure it had about as much cheese as a McDonald's hamburger had actual hamburger. But yeah. Oh, these bastards.
Popsicles,
really-
why are you sniffing a woman's lip balm?
Oh my. Exactly like Dunkaroos. Oh my. That's some great foreplay. What would you want for a new Duke Nukem game? I'd like to make it a direct sequel to Duke Nukem Forever and it becomes president. That's actually not a bad idea. I think honestly, I'd like to see a game where Duke Nukem Forever is excised from canon. But what would you want to? How would you make a good Duke Nukem game, especially in this time? Honestly, I would like to see a Duke Nukem game kind of in the same vein as Time Splitter's Future Perfect, where it is an affectionate parody of a bunch of different tropes, where Duke Nukem's not necessarily laughing at people, but laughing with people. I didn't even think about that. Oh, god damn it. It's just kind of hard to make like a sequel to a game like this after all these years and have it actually be good. Sobe or Fruitopia? Fruitopia. There's kind of like a new-ish Duke Nukem. There's that bombshell first-person shooter that came out a few years back. That was kind of alright. There's a really good mod called Duke Nukem Alien Armageddon. I reviewed it like 10 years ago. I need to actually play it again. That adds in like bombshell, some co-op stuff. Like the fans are already like making the next generation of like Duke Nukem stuff. I would just like it if we could get past the 2D graphics though. I mean, I like 2D graphics as much as the next man, but I prefer like the 360 era, you know. Maybe a few more polygons here and there. That's the only thing I don't like about that grenade launcher. Pepsi Blue. The thing about Pepsi Blue is I know that. I never drank it, but when it went on clearance, me and my grandfather bought a bunch of it and shot it with 22s. To me, that's like the best use of any sort of nasty ass sody pop like that. Alright, we are so close to being done with the game. I don't know if this is the last level, but it's close. We're close to that last level. That final boss is a lot harder and a lot better in this version of the game. And it's actually a 3D model, believe it or not.
Hey, check your phone again real quick.
Alright, 1 second. I have to kill 2 fat bastards. We've got Boogie and his brother.
Oh dear. Boogie and Wings of Redemption.
Text it to me first and then I'll see. In regard to your text. Wings of Redemption. Ugh. I've seen the boxing match. It was something, all right. Oh, you
This was the
bastard.
ones I told you I told my girl that made her laugh.
Oh, you already mentioned that like the last time you were on.
Did I say it in the stream?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No pickup lines.
Disregard. Look, if there's one thing that she loves is bad pickup lines.
See, my only concern, whatever. Actually, I take that lie back. Whenever I find somebody I want to talk to, I just talk to them. So I don't like make a big production out of it. Gentlemen, when you find somebody you want to talk to, don't like overthink it. Just go like say hello and then say some shit after that. You know, talk about something.
Actually,
you know.
I can. Let me give you Medic's best advice for the cold approach to a girl. If you wanna get a girl to talk to you honestly, and you don't want to come across as cheesy or something, compliment her on something like her shoes. Just say, I don't mean to bother you. I just wanted to say I think your shoes are beautiful, because you will immediately disarm her. She will see that you noticed her outfit, and they fucking love that shit.
Okay, well, not the kind of girls I go for, so.
I'm just saying, like, if you're doing the cold approach, if you're ever in a nightclub or a bar, it works every time. Because they already heard everything. They already know they're attractive. They already know that, you know, you want to buy them a drink. But you disarm them by saying something like, oh, I love that purse or your shoes. They ain't ready for that, so they don't have an answer for it.
And if you're a nerdy boy like me, talk about something cool like Cowboy Bebop or Batman.
Like, damn girl, you must have rolled a double 20.
I don't know that I would say that. I think I'd have to rip up. I can't physically throw up in my mouth, so I don't think I could actually say that. No, but like, I usually have the thing about like, I feel really bad about what I'm about to say. So like, there was a girl who came up to talk to me and complimented me on my armor, and I was like, oh yeah, thank you. It was only afterward I was like, fuck my life, I hate myself. Because of course I could have said something. Did I? No. No. Why would I?
Do you think you're the first person to do that and realize after the fact? Now you're posting on Google for missed encounters?
Oh, but I'm going back to that con in just a couple weeks. There's another one. It was like last year, and I'm like, maybe she'll be there. Oh. But it's like, fuck my life. Why did I do that? Why? 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 I'm not good at like...
Why?
I'm not good at one-off things like that. Anyone I actually got together with, I had to have known for like a little while before I was going to say anything anyway. It's always better to date somebody you've been friends with, because that makes things a lot easier. Unfortunately, actually finding anyone to be friends with that's female is not as easy as one would like. So, who would win in a boxing fight? Nova Online or Christian?
Oh, for Christ's sake, agnostic.
Wait, that'd be hilarious. Duke Hail to the King's final level is an climatic battle through Air Force 2, a spaceship version of Air Force 1. Duke takes back control of traffic and rams it into. I mean, that could work. Jones Soda? I've had some of that. Duke Nukem is not rocket science.
Ooh, I got one of my pictures submitted to Jones Soda, put on a can once.
Oh, nice.
I was so thrilled.
Alright, there is going to be a bastard right on the other side of this door. See? Okay, let's just start chucking grenades. Start throwing grenades. Oh, I'm drowning. Oops. Duke Nukem can't hold his breath, it seems. See, that's one of those things, like, I make fun of those red pill people just because they come off as such assholes. Like, for example, the one that I hate the most, you told me his name was actually Myron Gaines. What kind of name is that? What kind of name is that? It's like if my name was like Bob Gunman.
I don't think that's his God-given name.
I know, but it's like, my name is General Gunman. Bob Bullet, there we go.
Yeah.
Imagine your name was Bob Bullet. It's like Bob's Burgers, only less lame. No, but apparently that
My
guy's
name's
only ever
Richard
dated.
Head.
Bip. Oh my. But no, that guy apparently only ever dated one person, and that was it. It's like, really? He's older than me. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Duke Nukem in high fidelity graphics. Okay, we do have just 2 levels. We got Hotel Hell and then the final boss fight. Duke Nukem Forever 2011 mod called Lady Killer. If that Duke Nukem came back in levels like that, it'd be very refreshing. Huh. Okay, what time we got? We got 156. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it. How much time do you have?
10 minutes.
Fucketh my life. Fucketh my life. Ah, well,
I
that's
got
fine.
I got 10 minutes, and then another 15 before I have to physically leave.
Okay,
So 25 minutes tops.
We should be able to beat it in that amount of time, because we'll go on longer
right.
than 2 hours, because we're literally, there's 2 levels left. There's this one, and then there's one more after that, and that's the final boss, where you fight the Cycloid Emperor.
If you want to take it straight to quarter till, that's fine. I just won't do the after stream preamble. I'll just say, dude, gotta go, text you later.
Alright, that'll work, because we're so close. Hotel Hell is kind of a long level, but since I've already played it, I know where to go. And I didn't get stuck on any of the levels, and we didn't do Area 51. Area 51. Hey, locales are hilarious. Major Fatas. But no, I'm sorry. I can't take a guy who, like, nicknames himself Gaines. It's like, oh my god. And then, like, he's giving dating advice despite only ever dating, like, one girl in his entire life. And then he, like, got broken up because he said he wanted, like, 5 wives. I saw the clip where that was in, and she kind of looks at him like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's not somebody you really want to be with. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. See, like, I'm not sure, kind of like, I'm not the kind of guy that would ever go to a club. I've been to the club, but it was with somebody. An emo club and a regular, like, clubby club. Whatever those are. Emo club I like, though, because they had a lot of hilarious music. Of the whiniest people you could ever imagine. Come on. Is he gonna hide behind the door like a little bitch? Yes, yes he is. I don't know how to kill that guy. Because I'm gonna have to go right past him. Nope! His pathfinding works. You're the disease, and I'm the cure. You transition that by just saying like, hey, would you like to get together? Or something like that. So, what I did back, well, twice, is I didn't do anything suave. I just was like, okay, so for the first one, and I was successful of both of those times to transition from just friends to regular to like an actual relationship. The first time was back in 2011 where I didn't even like this girl at first. I was like, what is this girl doing here? She doesn't know video games. What is she doing here? Like, get off the stage. That's when I learned that all this bullshit that people talk about when it comes to the Whammons is all wrong. I always love how, like, Twitter especially, it's like, when men learn that women are evil. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go tell my grandmother she's evil, right? I can only imagine if I was like a 15-year-old kid and I was like, Grandma, you're evil! I think my grandfather would not be too fond of that, as you might imagine. But now, so you got this girl, right, who over the period of about 3 or 4 months I come to really like. Like, she knows what Vector Prime is. She knows, like, that Chuck Baker, Chewbacca, dies in Vector Prime and all the rest, right? And so one day, I work up the courage to be like, I'll tell you this, it was not pretty what I said. I was like, so, like, do you consider yourself weird? And eventually I finally was able to say, like, would you like to get together in a relationship and such? And she said yes. It was not just a yes. It was a unequivocal yes. It wasn't like a kind of. She was very happy that I asked that. And I later got married to her. But sadly, that didn't last. The second time, oh man, the second time was, I would say, even rougher than the first. Once again, I'm not what you'd call Mr. Suave Man, like, at all. It was this girl that I knew for a couple of years, actually, because she showed up in what was that stupid game? That co-op Half-Life game. Sven Co-op. She showed up in that, and I talked to her a little bit. Once again, I didn't like her at first. Because she was annoying and had way too many, shall we say, wokey propensities, but she got better as time went on. And one day, I was playing Dead Island. No, not Dead Island. What other zombie game? Dying Light, that's what it was. Where I finally, like, confessed how I felt, and, I thought I made a complete idiot out of myself. Well, come to find out the next day, I get this message on Discord, right? And it's like, so did you mean all the stuff you said yesterday? I was like, yes. And so that's how that worked out. Unfortunately, that didn't work out either. It's like human beings are so difficult to get along with sometimes. So yeah, I don't have any good advice for like how you transition that other than like hope that you don't look like too much of an idiot. And yeah, I was married about 12 years ago. And even though Reddit might not, no, Reddit would like this. Even though Twitter might not like it, if ever I find somebody I like as much as that person, I will get married again. I'll give it the good college try again. I'm also a lot more knowledgeable now than I was back then, so a lot of the mistakes that were made won't be made again. Of that can be certain. The thing about maturity, it's not so much like going from like a dumbass to somebody who's a less of a dumbass. Maturity, you just kind of like know how to do things and do things more efficiently. And it applies to like people, it applies to, you know, technology and stuff. I look at like how much better I am at shooting. It's like, that's maturity. You have matured your skills. You have... Although I do wonder, if ever I do meet somebody in the future, am I gonna still have sort of like this rambling thing of like, you know, I never was like, oh, I really like you and blah, blah, blah. It was always a lot rougher than even that. But it worked! Twice! So, look, if
I didn't
it's
know
stupid...
you played Dying Light.
Ugh. Not willingly. That was the friend group I was in, and they were like, oh man, the Dying Light! I hated every second of it.
You know what really kind of... You know what my biggest beef with Dying Light was? The voice actor, I think his name was Robert Crane.
The Robert Crane!
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Robert, I think maybe it's Craig Smith, I think is his real name. He's the same voice actor that does Chris Redfield in all the new Resident Evils. So when he's doing the voice of somebody in yet another zombie game,
yeah,
I'm not hearing a character Kyle Crane. I'm hearing Chris Redfield.
Meh. Punching boulders. Also, once again, what the fuck is with all this like women death? I don't like it. Like, you got a pool and then just like, well, that's gonna traumatize little Timmy or traumatize little Jommy. Honestly, when it comes to the voice acting in Dying Light, I didn't pay attention to any of it. I don't care for Dying Light. I didn't like Dead Island either. I just didn't like it. I did not like it. I did not. Almost as much as I don't like seeing like the dead women. It's like it didn't do anything for me. That's the thing. Honestly, the only reason I played it is because the friend group played it, and that girl would play it, and so it's like, well, you know, you want to talk to the females, well, you make a few allowances. You play a shitty game. I mean, no, I love Dying Light. It's the great. But go on.
There is one thing that Dying Light did do that no other game has done. And
Holy
yes,
shit.
It's fucked up.
Did y'all hear that?
But it is one of the first games that
did y'all
ever
hear that?
showed. No, what?
What the actual fuck? 1 minute. Somebody's driving their car down the street like really fast. And if I can hear that all the way in here, hold on, I'll be right back.
I can hear it now.
This is not a street to do that on. Like this is not the
It's
street.
Dom Toretto. He's living his life, his life 10 seconds at a time.
Ugh. It's family, man. It's family matters. Steve Urkel's a carjacker. I don't know. Joke aborted. Joke aborted. We're just gonna abort that one right now. All right.
Oh, you blue-haired bastard! You would abort it, wouldn't you?
Yes. All right, we're at the final level. A lonely, conversation, approachable friendship without having future romantic plans. That's not. You'll do better than you think you will. The thing is, you shouldn't approach any of the. Oh yeah, the women nature thing. Just remember, whenever people say that, that's got to be a real awkward Thanksgiving. I'm just saying, like, Bob, you're evil.
So, real quick, going back to Dying Light.
Sure.
The one thing that it did that no other game has done is they had zombie kids.
Oh, other games have had that. Dead Space had that. They had zombie infants too. But it was technically an alien virus.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they were called the Pack. But that's kind of creep. I like how we've got the 3D model. That 3D
You
model
know
doesn't
what?
look too...
I said that as I completely forgot about fucking Silent Hill.
Yeah, I've never played the Silent Hill game, so I do not know. Okay, this is so awkward here. Because they don't have the ability to do the full animation, but whatever. Night of the Comic. I remember that movie. Alright. Well, we have successfully completed all of Duke Nukem 64. Hoo boy. It was a hell of a ride. Alright, so...
That ending video, though.
It was very awkward compared to the original. And the original one, of course, has Duke Nukem, like, getting down and dirty with a nice girl. And I always mention this story because it's funny. When I beat Duke Nukem 3D for the first time, my grandmother was literally behind me when I beat it, and she was like, "What are you playing?" And I had the stupid parental controls put on after that. But whatever. Let's see. Well, you're not necessarily born alone. You got your family, and then you don't necessarily have to die alone. You can still have your family. It's just you got to be patient with these things.
Unless you're medic.
So, what did you say?
Unless you're medic.
What?
Unless you're medic.
You'll live. You'll be fine. I'll talk to you after the stream. But yeah, Doom 3 did have the demon babies, the cherubs. Those things are much more difficult to kill than you'd think. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am General Lotz, and I'm gonna wish you good Doom 3.
And wishing you fantastic
Phantom.
Uncharted 4.
Boo! Or whatever makes you happy. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and please consider leaving a like or a comment, as the algorithm desires your soul. And I want to thank all those fans who have supported this channel, both past and present.